Homestead Aquarius. In it. Hey, everybody.
Okay, I guess I can't see who you talking to.
It says live.
Oh, okay, hey, there, FR. I see
It
you, but I
says
don't see
me.
how, how do I get to the comments? Okay, it's up here.
It's on the It says comments.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
it.
So
That's
when
it.
there's
I
some
did them. I
comments,
typed in one over there.
you did.
Yep.
Uh, Let me do the banner.
Okay. How's everybody doing this evening? I
You
hope
see
you had a
anybody in there?
productive day. No, but for the replay people,
Oh, okay,
because the replay
okay.
crew is legit. Hey, God's desire for me. Hey,
They
Bougie
go
Pepper.
God's desire for me. Okay, how do I get the banner to go away? The thing.
Oh, you can leave it up there unless it bothers you.
No, I'm talking about this. I want to see the comments. I see three comments.
Oh, oh, you just go
Okay,
back.
there it goes. Hey, Bougie, hi there. How you
Bougie,
doing?
Rappa,
Yes, God's
Bougie
desire for
Pepper.
me. Thanks for coming in. We're gonna let everybody come in and speak, and we're gonna have Miss. You know something? I'm gonna her because her name is so close. Healy, Healy means Means. Healy means. I'm gonna ask her how did she come up with that name, and she comes
Oh,
up with it. It's a very interesting name,
okay.
but
My
she was very good. What's that you got?
my
You got a
seeds
package?
came. My seeds came, and it's so funny because I didn't even remember what I had ordered. But I put them people on blast.
You put them on blast. They hurry up and send you the seeds the next
No,
day.
they had already packaged them and told me they was on the way. Um,
Cena Renee's apartment said, "How are you
hey,
doing?
hey,
Very
Senior
interesting
Renee,
name.
good
Love
to
it,
see
love
you.
it. I'd like
I
to know
haven't
what all you're doing there in your apartment. A lot of people need to know about that.
I haven't seen you in a little bit, Senior Renee. I hope everything is going well.
Itchy ear.
But this might be just we in different places.
I think so.
Yeah, but
Bella's Whisper Farmstead. How you doing?
this is the
Oh,
seed
you
that I
got the
was
North
waiting on.
Georgia candy roaster. That's what
Yeah,
you were waiting on.
yeah, that's the one I was waiting on because Mike had said he would send me some. I was like, I already ordered some. And then they didn't come, and then they didn't come, and they didn't come. And I was like, doggone it, I should have just got some from Mike.
Oh, hey
Because he
Gloria
got plenty.
Elliott Gardening. How you doing, darling?
Hey, Gloria Elliott.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. And yeah, it's time to put those in the ground. They really should be coming up as seedlings, but you know they grow pretty fast.
They grow pretty fast. I'm gonna drop them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
JT,
would have dropped them
JT.
today if I had got home. When I got home today, it wasn't quite dark yet, but I
Yeah.
wanted to go ahead and wash my car, and so I
Mm-hmm.
washed my car real quick, and then it was dark, and it's like, okay, I'll drop these tomorrow, because I didn't even go to the mailbox until after I washed the car.
Oh, okay. GT, you can check your email if you like to drop in. You probably hadn't checked it. I forgot to let you know. I sent you an email. You can always get an email. So that are those the only seeds, Felicia, that you had coming?
I just had three ones, and I don't even know what this one is. It's a herb, horehound.
Whorehound. So what white whorehound?
I
What
don't
is
know.
that for?
I don't know. I have to look it up. I don't even remember why I bought it. But I was like, oh, I want some of that, and then I got some ground cherries. Just a replacement pack. I already had some, but
Those
I
are
was
the
just
two
about
sets, Cossack brown ground
crossing
here.
pineapple ground cherries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to replace the ones I had because I already planted those outside. They
So
should be
are they
up.
up?
I don't know because I forgot where I planted them.
Oh my
The day
goodness.
the day I planted the ground cherries, I also planted some other stuff, and I
I'm
don't
not.
remember if I planted it in a container or if I planted it in a raised bed. So I'm gonna plant some more.
Girl, let me tell you something. Those ground chairs, I don't play with them because I didn't plant any this year because they come up, and when I need to get them out of the bag, they don't want to go nowhere. They stay and stay and stay. So no.
Well, mine have come up. I planted one year, and then I didn't plant the next year, and they came up the next year. And then last year they didn't come up. I'm gonna look up horehound in my
Oh, that's
book.
what you're doing. I was doing the same thing. I want to know what that was. I've
I've
wait a minute,
heard of it before.
before I try to spell it. I mean, what how you spell it now? Elk.
HOREHOUND, page 99,
Oh,
98, 99.
fatigues, cough drops, all kinds of things.
It's a
Skin and
medicinal
mucus
herb,
secretions,
huh?
reduce spasms in the stomach and intestines, and decrease swelling, inflammation. I need some of that.
This book says
Wow,
uses. Oh goodness, I'm gonna need some glasses for this. I need to buy me a magnifying glass.
it
I
wouldn't hurt.
guess I guess they call those readers now, but I just want a straight up magnifying glass so I can hold it.
I have one. I've lost it. I don't know what I did with the
I
chemicals.
had when I was working, I had a light at one. It was about the size of a hand mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a light on it.
Yeah.
And
Where
I
is it
used
now?
it all the time. I should have brought it home with me, but then that was government equipment, so
Oh
I'm glad I
well,
did.
we don't want you to get in trouble with the government.
Uses. The leaves are well known ingredient in cough syrups and throat lozenges in Europe, especially in Europe. The herb is a remedy for stomach to stimulate digestion, reduce pain and inflammation as an expectorant to use to break up phlegm, relieve coughs, soothe sore throats, relieve bronchitis and upper respiratory. Okay. Used for stomach,
Yeah.
gallbladder, jaundice, hepatitis. You can use a poultice for cuts and wounds.
Wow.
You can use
Wow.
it. You can use the oil from it in a what you call it?
Facial or a
Air.
vapor
Yeah, vapor.
to inhale. Okay.
It
My
says
goodness. How many
and
seeds did you get in that pack?
it has the extract has been confirmed to help reduce pain and reduce muscle spasms in the gastrointestinal tract.
Wow.
Water extract is an antioxidant, liver protectant. In Algeria, is traditionally used as an anti-diabetic herb.
And
Okay,
so
Algeria.
it's in the mint family.
Um,
That's what it says here.
yes, mint family, Lamaceae or Lambiate.
So I see you have the white and you can get the black.
That's what they had was the white. That's why I got
Hmm.
that.
And you got this from
Southern Exposure Seed Exchange.
Hello Jamaica. How you doing, darling?
That's it.
Southern Exposure Seed
Seed
Exchange.
Exchange.
Okay, I need some of that. Did they give you a lot?
Oh, hold on. Let me get the right package. It sounds like it's.
It should say on the outside of the package how many they gave you.
It does. I always shake it. It says. Oh, it says 1.5 grams. It doesn't say how many seeds. Just says
Okay.
1.5 grams. But it sounds like quite a few seeds. They sound smaller than brassicas,
Mm-hmm.
but like brassicas, there probably 50 seeds in there
I'm
by
not sure.
sound.
Let me ask you a question. Does it say on the back of the package how long it takes for them to germinate and to mature?
Let's say
Or
so
how?
no deeper than 2 to 4 times the seed. Blah 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 blah. Refer to our guide when sowing directly in the garden. Use extra sheath into desired spacing. Da 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 da. Transplanting, harden off. Da, da, da. No, it doesn't say on this package.
God's desire for me says she's in the bush and she says she's cooking. Don't tell me about no food. I may have to come to dinner, but she says she has horehound coming up in her garden. Okay.
Okay. How long does it take to go to maturity?
God's desire. How long
That's
does it
not
take?
for me. Do you know? I have to look that up someplace else because it's not in this book and it's not in that
And they didn't put it on the
on the
packet.
packet. It's not on the packet. Now that's something I have to say about Southern Exposure, Southern Seed Exchange. Their
Mm-hmm.
packets don't have as much information as like Botanical Interest. Botanical Interest
Mm-hmm.
has information on the back and inside the packet. If you when you open it up, it's information all inside the packet. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and you might be able to get these from someplace else. Um, I don't. This is not someplace. Well, anyways, you may be able to get them from
Oh.
someplace else. And my gardener may have them for all I know.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Backyard Garden Flow. Hello. How are you doing? And thank you for coming.
hey, Bella's Whisper Farmstead. Hey,
Felicia
backyard
got us up
garden.
here looking at some horehounds. What is it called? Horehound.
It's just called horehound. White
Horehound is
horehound.
a
Where's my?
herb full of medicinal properties.
Well, okay. Here's the book. Hold on a second. Let me see if it's in this book. I got a different book.
Oh, it's in that a rosemary glass star
Blood
medicinal
stars,
book.
medicinal herbs. I don't know
Okay.
if it's in here or not because this one doesn't have a lot in it, but it has a lot of detail on what it does have.
Okay, Felicia, God's desire for me says that she don't really know. She planted it in the fall and saw it pop up in February. She had forgot she
Oh,
planted it. Wow.
okay. So maybe it's something I need to. It may need some cold stratification. Where's my phone?
Uh-uh. Yeah, you may want to look it up before you plant it in this heat.
Well, I hadn't planned on dropping that one right away, but I'll look do some more research on it. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'm excited for you, Kara's little garden. How you doing? Thank you
Hey,
so much
hey, Karen's little garden.
for coming. We appreciate you. Hey, Tina, how are you doing? We appreciate you eating dinner, and I know it is delicious. Doesn't
Warhound
involve
candy.
any seafood or fish. I just hate that we can't get fresh seafood here.
You can't get fresh seafood.
Not in Georgia. No, not here in Middle Georgia. Not here in it. No.
We have a
You know,
store here called Destin Connection, and they um have fresh seafood every day that they get from the Gulf. I mean, it's
well,
fresh, as fresh as you can be when you're 2 hours away. We're 2 hours away from the Gulf.
I was gonna say, I'm talking Middle Georgia, like downtown Atlanta, Riverdale. We're not near no Gulf. Hello, my Renaissance mom. How you doing, my Renaissance grandma?
You
How you
ain't that
doing,
far
sweetie?
away. I mean, they can fly it
Felicia,
up.
be for real. For real. We are
Okay,
that
all
far
right.
away. By the time it get here, it'll be spoiled if it's not kept. I'm talking about something you can go and get that's still fresh about maybe 3 or 4 hours later, it's still fresh. No, not here. Not where
Horehound
I am.
seeds are slow to germinate, so you should sow them a quarter inch deep just below the surface in early spring, about 3 weeks before the last frost. So you can sow them when it's still cold out. For better
Okay.
germination, you can cold stratify them by placing them in the refrigerator for about a month.
Hmm.
Sow the
Okay.
seeds shallow and keep them moist for optimum emergence. So I will wait. They're not too picky about soil condition. They prefer dry soil.
Hello.
Sprouts.
Did I say hello to Gloria Elliott? We have Verdi Grimes in the house. Hello. Thank you for coming.
That's my sister.
Hi.
Hey, Birdie. Hey,
That's our sister.
Miss Linda. If I didn't speak to you before,
You know
hey,
that's a
Mike.
lot of love when you don't want to share your sister with nobody.
That's what Mona said. Y'all be believing what Mona said.
No, she said it and you said, no, I don't. I heard you.
I
I
might have
heard it. I
confirmed
heard
that, but that's what Mona said.
you. Yes, we are at 15 minutes. We're gonna get on subject, and I want you guys to be thinking about this as we waited on our other special guests. And there's been a lot of talk in the gardening community about soil issues. And when I say soil issues, the soil that you're purchasing from the stores, this is not to badger anyone, but a lot of people are having problems with the uh, plants not doing well. And a lot of people are saying it's because of the soil that they're getting in these bags. Um, it could be the water because you know our water is changing too.
Yeah.
So, just what do you think? I know that Healy Means, I was on her live today and she was having some serious issues with her plants. I know other people have had problems with some soil not being processed completely before they sold it. And Healy also mentioned that she was finding screws and metal and all kinds of parts inside of her soil bag. So, what are your thoughts about this, and what do you think we as a gardening community can do? I know we need to let the manufacturer know, number one. We
Yeah.
need to let the people who are selling it know because nobody's perfect. And after manufacturing so many hundreds and thousands of bags of soil, you're going to have some issues and some mistakes, but they need to know that there are mistakes out there with the product that's causing other people to have issues with um, their produce. And like Haley said, she dropped a bunch of seeds and she was out of seeds. So she has to go back and buy seeds because those did not germinate or they did not come up. So it's costing the consumer. It's costing the consumer. So what are your thoughts? And have you had problems with slow growth or no growth? Do you think that maybe your watering system, those of us who use the watering system from the city or the county, may have some stuff in it as well that is affecting the growth of our products? Is something that we all need to address. When we know from year to year to year, we've been able to, without these issues, have successful growth with our products. Now we aren't having that same results all of a sudden. So you can just type in the chat once you think about it. Miss New Orleans Gardner said this is something that has been going on for years. The manufacturers always already know. Okay. So is this something that we are just beginning to be made aware of, some of us? Bertie Grimes said, sounds like she and Mona been talking. Nothing like having lots of sisters. Yeah.
Wow. Y'all gang up on me tonight.
Yes,
Okay.
we
It's gonna be
are.
like that. All right.
The more the merrier. Can
All
never
right.
have enough sisters. Thank you, Bertie. I love you, love you.
Yeah.
But I've been gardening since 1984. Now, I put mine in the ground for the first 10, 20, 30 years. Yeah, almost 30 years. So when I started doing grow bags, I haven't had any problems, luckily, though, with my soil.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems. But
I
I
have
know,
used bag soil probably for the last 6 or 7 years gardening, but I've been gardening for 30, 40 years. And I just really started using bag soil. And I use bag soil kind of as an amendment to my native soil. It's kind of when you think about it, because in the my main garden bed that I have, it is a raised bed and it does have some bag soil in it, but the bag soil is just the top mm, 6 inches.
mhm.
So those roots are going down into the native soil beneath that. So what I did is I actually dug in and turned my native soil first, and then I put the bag soil in there, and then I put compost in there. I have my own compost bin. I put compost in there, and I mix them all up together. So I'm not growing anything in straight bag soil. And when I do containers, I generally put the bag soil in uh, my wheelbarrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will add native soil, sand, and sometimes cocoa coir and compost to that, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm making like my carrot mix, it's heavy to sand because I want it um and I sift it. It has no trash in it. It's a very pliable soil and it has a lot of sand in it. It drains really well. That's my carrot mix. So
Okay.
for certain things, the blends are different. And like I said, I use it as a amendment
Mm-hmm.
to my native soil, but most of my containers have both native soil and bag soil in it. And then, like I said, my raised beds, I don't have really high raised beds that have a lot of material in them. And if I do, it's got wood and leaves and cardboard on the bottom, and the bag soil, depending on the quality of the bag soil, is in one of the middle to upper layers. The top layers almost always compost out of my compost bin.
Yeah. Now, bougie. Yes, I am team grow bags too. That's what I do. Very seldom do I go in the ground, but on the other side of our garden, as you can see, we do plant in the ground. That's mostly my honeydew. So, T-Nod says there has been many big YouTubers post videos about the same problems, but I do think it is worse today. Yes, ma'am. It definitely is worse. It's definitely worse. Um,
You
God's
gotta
desires me, yes,
decide.
there's a big recall on brand name stores and a recall on a whole lot of things. I've been
Yeah,
posting it on my Facebook page. It's too many for me to talk about. It's just so many. I used to try to do a videos about it, but it's so many. We'd be here all day. Mine says I got 20 30-gallon grow bags and two in-ground beds and four raised beds. Yes.
yeah,
And but those of us who are doing the grow bags are the ones who are having the problem. Now we know some other YouTubers, big name YouTubers, uh, got that black cow, and it messed
right.
them up. They put that in the ground, and that stopped their production for years, about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Somebody else got the black cow recently that we all know, and it messed up their plants. They had to go buy starts, which cost them a lot of money, and that was within the past 2 to 3 months.
yeah. I've
So
never used black cow. I just don't. You care? I don't care for that for it, so I've just never used it. Um, I use, like I said, I have my own compost. I have my own compost bin from my trees in my own yard, and clippings and stuff out of my yard. So I know what's in it. And what I'm
right,
saying is I know what's in it.
right.
Um,
Um, I've used black cows. Matter of fact, I have some out there now, but it's been sitting there for a long time, so I know, you know. But you need to smell your soil. If
yeah.
you buy it in
Was,
bags, just smell it.
was it
And
you who was saying that you don't use it? Whatever you buy, you don't use it the same year.
I usually don't, but that wasn't me. I don't think. But no, I let mine sit for a while.
Yeah,
Hmm.
somebody was saying that they'll buy it, but they let when they especially compost. They say especially compost when they buy it, they will let it sit for a year before they'll use it because a lot of it is not finished. It's
Right.
it's still hot and it will burn your plants up.
Yes. And what is it? Gray zone that it was full of. I think a lot of farmers were having problems. It had the gray zone, that glue kind of stuff in it, and it
Hmm.
was causing a problem there. But what I was going to address was what um, God's desire said, and I was just going to say a couple of things about it. Let's see here. Let me see what I've been storing up over here on this page.
Yeah, I was
Um,
just looking at that.
yeah, the several cheeses have been called recall out of fear of salmonella exposure. Um, I could go into that, but it'd take all day. Chocolate has been recalled. Um, some kind of Palmer candy
Oh
snack.
yeah.
If y'all heard of that,
I've
and
heard of the brand. They make a lot of the Easter candies and
really,
box candies. Yeah.
one of the things that's going to really hurt, that's hurting a lot of people, is planters recall nuts due to potential listeria contamination. So my thing is, when you go to the store, take your phone with you, and whatever you get, make sure it's not on the recall list, because they are not taking the stuff off the shelf unless you say something to them. I say
Oh
something to my grocery store people. I'd be like, this is supposed to be, pulled off the shelf. And they'd be like, oh,
right.
is it still up there? Yeah, it's still up there. And I'm talking about Publix.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, a
um,
beautiful jungle.
Tyson's food, of course, was dumping stuff. Y'all said you weren't surprised, pounds of slaughterhouse pollutants. But there, I just go and take everything that I find to my Facebook, and that way I can go and use it as a reference. Um, the E. coli outbreak linked to walnuts sold in over 300 stores. These types of things. It's just every day.
Yeah.
Every day there's something going on with the recall. So we just have to stay vigilant. Buju says, "What should it smell like? Black cow?
I don't
It,
know.
it should not smell like ammonia. If it smells like ammonia, run. Um, it shouldn't really. It should smell like fresh. All this should smell like fresh dirt,
Dirt. Yeah.
fresh soil.
If it smells bad or chemically in any way, don't I wouldn't use it.
New Orleans Garden says, I use black cow, but I don't use nothing just by itself. I make my own blend of soil. Okay.
Yeah. Not
Yeah,
poop.
Mike. Planters mixed nuts is recalled. So if you eat that or you have some at home, check the number on the back. And listeria, yes. Uh huh. Said not poopy, not ammonia. It shouldn't smell like poop. That's what Mike is saying. It should not smell like ammonia.
It's funny,
Uh,
I got a bag of soil from Costco the other day, and when I got it home, I was like, "This stuff smells." I was in the back of my car. I
mhm.
had the bag in the back of my car. When I got home, I was like, "This stuff smells," and I said, "Well, I'm not putting it in my garage because I don't want my garage smelling like that." So I put it out. It's under a shelter, but it's outside, and I don't know when or if I'll use it because it smells.
Nah.
Um,
Mm-mm. It's anaerobic. If it's anaerobic, no. New Orleans Garden says listeria is caused by unsanitary conditions. Be safe, family.
mhm.
Backyard Garden says I use black cow now, but I mix it with topsoil and peat
And
moss.
people when
Then
I'm
it
in,
mended.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Hello to a beautiful jungle. If I missed you coming in, thank you, Bougie, for speaking to her. Um, that's what Felicia and I talked about earlier today. Working conditions for these people when they're out in the fields um, processing our food. Where's the nearest bathroom? Where's the nearest bathroom? I understand from my research, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm just saying, people say a lot of times they are treating these workers like less than animals. And the nearest bathroom is way, way, way far away. So seems like if they gotta go, they go right there. And they are not accommodating them with porta potties and things like that. Places where they can wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. They go back out in the field, and they're handling your food, and it is what it is. We didn't have this problem a while back. I mean, every blue moon you hear about a recall, but not like you have now.
Oh, there's constant recalls now.
Oh yeah,
Constant.
every day. And the scary thing about it is some people are just taking it for granted. You try to talk to them about it, and they just like, where I just do the best I can, like an oh well situation. But
Well, the problem with recalls that I have with recalls is that by the time you hear about a recall, you've probably already consumed the product. A lot
yeah.
of times when they have a recall on something and they give you, the lot numbers or the manufacturer dates or wherever it was, you bought it and prepared it and consumed it already. And so there's not a lot you can do. And I mean, sometimes it's stuff on the shelf, like trail mix. It may be stuff on the shelf where
Hmm.
you bought it and put it on a shelf for later or something like that. But ground beef, if you went to, Wally World and bought, 10 pounds of ground beef for a cookout this afternoon, you already ate
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So what can you do at that point? And then, when people came to the open house and you served burgers and hot dogs and then, half the neighborhood is sick, it's like,
Hmm.
what happened?
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Tina said they used the bathroom in the fields. That's
Yeah,
the that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. That's why we got all these recalls and issues with salmonella and listeria and E. coli. It's coming from that. And I know the government can't be so brain dead that they haven't figured it out. It's the working conditions. And nobody's minding the store, making sure that people do go have bathroom breaks and whatever. Who's out there making sure nobody's out there squatting using the bathroom in the field? But a lot of our food now is not coming from here. It's being resourced out.
that is true. That is true. I was up the road today I came back and I stopped by this farm market and I got out the car and I walked up there and they had peaches and I'm like, where y'all get peaches from? Because peaches are not ripe yet.
No.
It's funny because the area here is known for peaches. Chilton
Hmm.
County, Alabama is known for their peaches. They have really good peaches in that county. And at that particular stop is a place where people go to get that particular peaches from that particular county. And so when I walked in and I saw peaches, I'm like, I know they're not trying to tell us that they got peaches up here. And the reason I stopped is because I wanted to get some strawberries because I know they have you pick strawberry farms up there. The same people who own that farm market have fields. I mean, you can see their peach trees as you drive down the road. They have the fields and stuff there. But they're selling now is not grown here.
No.
That's some of that stuff that they had out there. Now, the local stuff had a sign that said local. So
Hmm.
they did have local fresh picked strawberries there.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
believe that because strawberries are in season here and they do have a strawberry farm that they have a U pick farm. But the peaches didn't say local on it. They just said peaches and it had a price on it. I was like,
Nope.
you should tell people where these peaches are from. I was like, and this guy was looking at the peaches. I'm like, where does these peaches come from? And he's like, I don't
Hmm.
know. It's not season yet. We were both
Nope.
looking at each other like, what is this? But yeah, a lot
Run.
you don't know where it comes from.
Run. Hi, Chill
Okay.
Wheel Crew. Thank you for coming. And yes, it's so scary. Listen, it's sad and scary, but you need to be scared. You need to be scared so that you can do the right thing for yourself and make make plans to grow your own, eat your own, or grow with someone else and y'all eat together. But at least you'll know where the food is coming from and how it's raised, as
Yeah.
opposed to going in here. We went to a restaurant every Sunday after church. We go out to eat, and we went to this local restaurant, real popular restaurant here in Atlanta. And this server was saying, "Oh, everything is homegrown and everything is homemade and blah 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 blah." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "So this apple was an apple dish." I said, "So the apples are homegrown?" She said, "Yes," but she didn't know I was a grower. And this was in like February or March. I said, "Ma'am, there
Well,
are no apples on the trees here in Georgia." And she stopped
right.
and looked. I said, "So where did the apple come from?"
That means they've been somewhere in cold storage for 6 months if they local.
And you ain't
I
said
don't
that.
and
That's
I
not.
don't
She
want
said
no apple.
fresh. She
And I
said
don't
fresh.
want no apple that's been in cold storage for. And that's what I'm saying. You go to the store and you buy apples, and you're like, well, where are they grown?
Mm-hmm. They're
And if
imported.
they say they come from Washington, because a lot of apples come from Washington State, apples, then you look and see when are apples ripe in Washington. It depends on the variety, but still you can't get them 24/7
You
year
telling
round.
me about Gala apples in March? Come on, in Georgia. We are,
Right,
no, I
right.
grow those. I know that you did not hear. Thank you, Grower Hudson. Thank you for coming. I
And
appreciate
the
you.
people who telling you these things are telling you because they've been told that. Their
Thank you.
employers have told them to say that,
Mm-hmm.
knowing full well, and they don't even know. They don't even know that they're not telling the truth.
She's standing up there and she said it's fresh and we homegrown. I said, baby, don't say that to nobody else. And I explained, I made it real plain for her. I made it plain for her, and she said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I said, but you need to watch what you say because you can be held accountable, and so can the store, you know.
Right.
Because, like they were saying, fresh potatoes. Well, they say fresh potatoes. I wanted the home fries, but it was like fresh from 5 o'clock this morning. They cut them up and they sat and turned brown. They didn't even
Right.
store properly. They didn't put water in there, lemon. So by the time we got there at 2 and we eating, I'm looking at these potatoes and they're looking brown and rubbery. I said, man, when did they cut these potatoes up? Well, everything's prepped at 5 in the morning. I say, so
That's
they're
not
not fresh.
that's not fresh then.
You can, you know, what people have got to start doing is stop selling for everything. Hey, Healy, me, where is she?
I didn't see her, but somebody's speaking. Bushy's speaking, so she must be in here. Hey, Healy means.
She's here.
Yep.
Oh, you in the chat. Why don't you go to your email and hit the link so you can come on? Is it working, Healy? She
Check
had
your
a good
email.
live today. You know something? God is so good, and I do talk about God, so I just want y'all to know that. You know, you and I had talked about soil and water earlier. So when we got through talking, and I did a couple of things, and I went outside and had to do a little video, and came in, and I pulled her up because she came on my feed, and I wanted to listen in and see what she was saying, and she was going in both feet about the soil and her plants and how she's losing her plants. And I was like, wow, I just got through talking about that. I said, you need to come on board. She said, I would love to come on board and talk about it.
Yep.
You know, because she said, I'm not, yes, I'm in the chat. I just got out the shower. We won't see you. And my hair is not combed, Miss Gail. Girlfriend, you with that pretty hair, pull that hair back and come on up in here.
I don't know the last time I've combed my hair.
You hear Felicia? Do you hear Felicia?
I don't believe in combing my hair. In fact, I called my son and asked him who his barber is because I need a haircut. It's getting long enough that I actually need to to comb it. That means it's time for me to cut it.
Get it together and come on board. Nobody's seeing that but your face. You see me with my hat on. I've been out in the garden. Tia
Oops.
Will says we have to because we just don't know what they are serving us. I talk about this to my husband. A lot is not FDA approved. Yeah, a lot of things is not it's not FDA approved. Nothing tastes the same because of they are putting in it or what they're putting in it. It's just inhumane. Yes, yes, you're right.
Oh my
And we
goodness. She says since
it's
I
crazy.
saw 3D meat processed, I can't eat beef. I get it. I get it. I get it.
I tell you, it's scary nowadays. That's why I tell more people to try to do gardening if you can. So she saw 3D meat processed. Wow.
Oh, and I'm not even gonna say it. Just there's some stuff out there. So yeah, you have to be careful. You don't know what you're getting.
Go on and put that turban on, girl. I'll put mine on if it'll make you feel better. Mike says nothing sexier than wet hair. So you don't got Mike woke up. Uh
Lord have mercy. Are we going there?
he going
Really,
there. You
Mike?
know, Mike. Chill Will Crew says we have to pray over our food always. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, we always
Yes.
do. We always do. And them song. Pray when you eat, chewing it and swallowing it, the whole thing, and still
Right.
hope that it works, because It's scary. It's really scary. I just looked at my y'all. I have a crazy eye over here. I've had 7 eye surgeries within 2.5 years. This one had 4. This one had 3, and they're still trying to catch up with each other. So I'm gonna look a little crazy. About
Wow.
to
Your
get
eyes
me
are trying
shot.
to catch up. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Like
when you have a lot of work done on your eyes and stuff,
they don't
especially
coordinate
back to
together.
back to back, it doesn't have a chance to really heal like it should. And that's my
Yeah.
fault. I should have put a stop to it. But the muscles are weak, and
Mm,
they tend to travel, and it's
mm.
not traveling like it used to. But I didn't realize it was traveling until I was on here one day with you guys, and I saw my eyes slide to the right. I said, "Ooh, what is it doing?" But yeah, about to meet Mike, about to get me shot. I don't want to no smoke.
Ooh, I heard that. So, oh, I was going to
Right,
talk about
Mike.
a little bit about the water situation. You were talking about the water. Um,
Yes.
I started using a filter on my water.
You
Um,
talked about, hey, hands in the dirt. Thank you for coming.
it's Mike's fault. And it's Mike and Mona's fault. Hey, hands in the dirt. How are you?
Uh-oh. You got
Mike and
Mike and Mona's fall up here. Okay,
Mike
I'm gonna
and
have
Mona got me buying filters. Um, but I haven't. I can't say that I've noticed a difference in the water. I mostly use rainwater when I have it. I catch rainwater. I know some places you're not allowed to harvest rainwater, but I do catch rainwater, um, and I use that in the garden when I can, when I
hmm
have it. But in the summertime, it gets to the point where it gets so hot you have to water twice a day. I don't have
Yeah.
enough water. There's not enough rainwater for that, and so I
I heard
use.
you say you have to water twice a day in the summertime. Is that hot in Alabama?
Yes, ma'am. It gets
Wow.
hot. It gets hot, and sometimes I have to water twice a day. Um,
Wow.
um, and people don't realize how much water, how fast that water evaporates in the
hmm
heat. I would say to you, and maybe I'm just not watering deep enough, because I go out in the morning and I water until I get tired, and then I quit, and then I'll go back in the afternoon in the evening and I water again until I get tired. But if you go out there and you water and then you take one of your spades and you dig down in the dirt and you realize that the water that you put in didn't go but a quarter inch,
Yes, yes. Hi, Miss
that ain't enough.
E.
Hey, Healy.
Well, listen, do you have your mic? Your mic
Uh,
is on.
why
Are you
can't
there?
we hear you?
You look so pretty. It's a shame when you can look pretty any kind of way.
We
That's
can't hear.
what that's what I'm getting ready to see. What
Okay, we
how
hear
do
you
I set
now.
it up to where it's no echo
Oh, you're gonna have to turn the sound off on the YouTube side.
on YouTube?
Yeah. Because see, now you're in
Okay.
StreamYard. So you have to go back to, if you have the
Okay.
tab or open, make sure you mute that sound.
Okay, now I muted YouTube. Can you
Yeah.
still hear me?
I can hear you and there's no echo.
Okay. All right. Now let me get back to StreamYard. Oh, look, this is all new for me now. I feel like I done stepped up. Miss Gail got me, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like I'm doing something.
That's right, sister.
All
You in the
right.
Oh,
house. That
Let's see.
Mona, you can hear
Okay.
me.
hey,
You go on
Mona.
ahead and get on here. You on the
She
Oh
on
plane?
the
wait,
Get
plane.
now
on.
now I don't
She
hear
can still get
anybody.
on.
She can't get on there when she on the plane. She getting ready. They getting ready to take off. All right. She must have had a long
Now
layover.
what I done did,
somewhere.
y'all, because now I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear us?
Okay. We can hear you.
That's Felicia. She'll tell you. I have no idea.
Well, if I tell her she can't hear me,
If she say she can, she say she can't hear us.
if she can't hear us, you, hold on a second. Um,
Let me see.
I can hear you. Can you hear us now?
Okay, now the only way I can hear you is if I unmute YouTube. But
Okay.
then I think
Don't
that
don't
causes the echo.
don't mute YouTube on your computer. Don't do the mute button on the computer. Do the mute button on the YouTube itself.
Yes, that's what I did.
Can you hear
Okay.
us?
Can you hear
Okay.
us now? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Mike
I
said
think
so.
I'm a back out because I feel like I'm disturbing the live stream.
That's okay.
And
Drop
I
down and
don't,
come back.
yeah, I don't want to do
Drop
that.
down.
I'm just I'm a I'm
No,
gonna go back in the chat. I wasn't ready, y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's
it's
okay.
okay. We're all
You never
learning.
learn.
We're all learning, and when we work through these problems on air, that helps other people.
Mike says drop down and come back.
Mike said, yeah,
Healy.
Mike says drop down and come back in, and that might help you. You can drop down, mute your
Hmm.
go to the YouTube tab and mute it, and then come back to go to a different tab and open it up and come back in here. It depends on what kind of computer you on. They all do things a little bit different.
Mike, Felicia and I not good enough. You want Healy's face up here, huh? No, come back.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh
try that.
Lord.
I don't hear an echo though.
I didn't hear echo either. I think she only
It
heard.
might be on her side. Oh, my
Mm-hmm.
face, stop.
Mama, you need to be out here helping. What you doing on that
Mama
plane,
is
girl? Why you so
flying.
late
Leave
to
her
it?
alone. Let her travel. Let her
I'm not gonna
travel.
leave her alone.
Okay. Well, she's not gonna be talking to you anywhere because she's getting ready to put it in the airplane mode.
No, she just said don't leave. She's responding. Did you not see it?
I see her responding because she hadn't put it in airplane mode yet. She getting ready to hit airplane mode and she ain't gonna say nothing else.
She said okay.
I told her to be safe. I
How
thought
long
she
is
would
the
be
plane
home
ride from Ohio?
by now.
She
She
said
not
she was to tell Healy she was fine.
she not leaving Ohio. She must have had a layover somewhere.
Oh, they
Can
say
you
you were
hear us?
fine, Healy. Everybody, we
Can
didn't
you
hear an echo.
can you hear us, Healing?
I do. I hear you now. Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
good. How you
Because
doing?
I was gonna
Okay.
tell you there was no echo on our side.
You know what I
Mike
did this
says,
time? I did what both of you said. So I dropped out of StreamYard. I went back to YouTube and I muted YouTube. And
yep,
then I went back into StreamYard and now it's no problem. So now I know next time, and this will be for everybody because like you said, we all learning. If you in YouTube and you want to come up on StreamYard, just in my case, this may help you also mute YouTube first and
yep.
then open StreamYard. And now it's as far as I could tell, it's good now.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
so you're a quick learner. You learned faster than I did.
Mona says she won't get
Well, you
home
know
until
what? I'm kind of ashamed of myself too because I did my career is IT. So
Oh,
this
but
I
IT
shouldn't
changed
even
something.
embarrass myself,
so you
like that.
shouldn't be
But
embarrassed.
we don't use StreamYard. We use something
Exactly.
else.
There's so many different programs. I mean, IT don't mean you know every program and you know all of them well. I
That's right.
mean, there's so
That's
many
right.
programs and
Well,
so
I
many
just wanna.
languages that I mean, yeah.
Well, Mona
That,
said she won't get
that's
home to
right.
midnight, so she'll
I
be
wanna
listening.
Okay,
Go
yeah, I
on.
wanna thank Miss Gail for letting me come up. This the first time I ever came up on any live stream, like on YouTube or social media. Y'all know I'm only on YouTube. So and I'm trying to learn StreamYard for myself. But I haven't done that yet. But I just want to thank you for the opportunity. And like you said,
Yeah.
I did a live stream earlier and I was talking about some stuff that was happening in my garden. And it just so happened to, line up with what you're doing with your live stream right now. And so for
Yeah.
those of you who not familiar, Healy means I am in Southern California. I'm in zone 10B. And
Okay.
I have backyard shenanigans for my I have a small backyard garden. I do mostly containers, so raised bed, 5-gallon buckets, 15-gallon planters, like container, mostly above ground. I have 3 fruit trees in the ground, but everything else, other fruit trees, fruits, vegetables, everything else, herbs, all of that stuff is in containers. So what I noticed this season, and I got a kind of late start, but if y'all remember last year, 2023 ended up being crazy and kind of everything shifting to the right, at least in
Yeah,
my area.
Yeah.
So
all over.
2024 is looking like, it's kind of being a little bit of the same. So I mixed up my soil. I had some bag soil. I sift my soil because
Yep.
y'all, I promise you, I buy that soil, and I was getting that Kellogg garden soil, the 3 cubic bag, the red, black, and white bag, and it's a
Hmm.
three
Yep.
cubic foot bag, and at least 1 cubic foot of it is trash. And when I
Yep.
say trash, I mean wood chips. I had plastic, glass. Excuse me, y'all. I had screws, nails. But what I do is I sift that out and I put
Yeah.
that stuff, not the plastic and the nail, but I put that what I call trash. I put that at the bottom of my container, and then I put my sifted soil mix on the top. So
Mhm.
this season I had the sifted soil. I had perlite and vermiculite, and that's to help me with moisture retention and drainage. I put
Mhm.
a little azomite in there, and that's for my trace minerals because the soil we have here is mostly clay. It's devoid of everything, which is why I plant above ground. But when you plant in containers, all of the nutrients you have to put that in there because your
Mhm.
plants is not getting it out the ground. It's only getting what you put in the container.
Right.
So I mixed all my stuff. I had some other stuff too, but I mixed all that stuff together, y'all. I sowed my seeds. Now I'm the queen of sowing old seeds. I had 2021, 2022, 2023. I
That ain't
have
all.
2024 seeds.
That's
But y'all, look, I'm trying to save them. But I
yeah.
did all of this in
It can
April.
still be good. Yeah.
I think, yeah, early to mid April. And, here it is in May, or maybe I did it in March. Anyway, I did it in enough time to where stuff should have at least germinated. And it wasn't. I showed y'all in my live stream. It looked like I had planted nothing. Um,
Mm.
Also, I had bought some plants from Home Depot. Not something that I normally do, but again, because I was running behind schedule, I was like, well, let me go ahead and get some of these little seedlings, these little plants. Y'all, the cucumbers, it was Bonnie's burpless cucumbers.
Mhm.
24 hours after I planted them, they died. They started wilting.
Ooh.
48 hours, they
Yeah.
was 100% dead.
Mm.
The bell peppers
Wow.
took about 10 days, they was dead. The tomatoes, I got some sun sugar cherry tomatoes. And I was looking for something comparable to sun gold because, that's supposed to be like sweet cherry tomato. But sun gold costs too much, y'all. They want $7 and $8 for like 10 seeds. Y'all better miss me on that. So, the tomato, one of the two tomato plants, it looked like it's gonna make it. But then I was like, what is it? Is it the water? Is it the soil? Is it the amendments? Is it these store plants? Like, what is it? So now I'm in the
Mhm.
process of troubleshooting and, kind of changing one variable at a time until I figure out what it is. Because I don't know
Mhm.
about y'all, but I'm growing this food so I can eat. This ain't no
Right.
show. This ain't for play.
Yeah.
This is for me to eat.
Right.
So when Miss Gail said, you know what, I'm doing a live stream talking about soil and water and stuff, I said, you know what, now I'm gonna be on GPT time. Now that's new for us, y'all. Y'all know what CPT is, but GPT is garden people time. Similar, but now we got another reason to be like a few minutes behind schedule. We on
Yeah.
GPT. And
Yeah.
since I am, in Pacific coast, so I'm like 3 hours behind East Coast. So, I work until the sun go down and then I come inside. But again,
Mm.
thank you very much, Miss Gail. That's all I want to say. I'm gonna go ahead and drop out. I done took too much time, but I
No, you
appreciate you.
ain't
Thank
taking
you
no
very much.
time. You good because I want to see if anybody has any questions to ask. How to educated natural. Thank you for coming. Does anyone have any questions they want to ask her about her method, or maybe you've had similar issues with yours? Because if you went to the big box store and you purchased some plants because you were behind and you were having problems, and you had
Hmm.
death the next day, that's got to be the soil. It has to
Yeah.
be the soil.
See,
Something's wrong.
y'all, excuse me. That's another reason why I haven't been posting a lot of videos. I've been under the weather a little bit, so y'all, excuse me if I cough a little bit. But it just a regular cold, y'all. I promise. I ain't finna give nobody nothing. Okay, I'm good. But you know what?
Computer virus coming through the
But
mail. Okay.
cause something, I'm just
I know you
be
gotta say
jumping
it. You gotta
through,
say it. It's just allergies. It's just allergies. That's all. It's just
and that's
allergies.
what and that's what it is. I did a lot of traveling recently, and I went from hot and dry to humid and wet to hot and humid or something like that. It just been in like 2 weeks time. I done been through
Hmm.
like 3 or 4 different kind of climate things, and it just done caught up with me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
is. But yeah, so Miss Gail, that's what I thought. I was like, is it the soil? But I said if that's the case, then it means that it's my soil mix because remember, I'm planting all in containers. So the
Right.
soil that my plants are feeding from, it's something I made. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. And I'm like, okay, well, on my ratios, first I thought my soil was compacted because I also got compost from the county. The county have a program where 2 or 3 times a year they give you free compost. You just got to come with your containers and your shovel. You can have as much as you want. You can get a ton of it if you can carry it. So
Mm-hmm.
shit, excuse me. I, I went there. Look, the same buckets that you see me grow in, that's the same buckets I
Mhm.
took, to the landfill. I had my shovel and I shoveled up enough. So I was like, okay, because I didn't sift all of that soil, all of that compost. And it had
Mm-hmm.
a lot of branches and just kind of large wood chip pieces. And I was like, well, maybe that compost compacted my soil and it made it difficult for them little seedlings to emerge because
But you put
sometimes
Hey, Nikki.
but you
You.
put vermiculite and perlite in it, so that should have been fine.
egg exactly, Miss Felicia. So guess what? Today, and I proved that in my live stream. So I went through the soil. I was like, well, let me just re-sift it. I'm gonna fluff it up. It must be compacted. Maybe it's packed in too tight. But when I went through that soil, it was just as fluffy and as light. It wasn't
Yeah.
compacted at all. And then I said, okay, um, now what? So now what is the next step? And I'm trying to do things one at a time. So today, all I did was refluff my soil mix, the same thing that I had in there, and then I planted some more seeds because I can't remove amendments out. You know what I'm saying? I can't sift
Right.
out
Right.
azomite. That stuff, that stuff is like powder. I mean, I
Right.
probably
Yeah.
could sift out a little bit of the perlite and some of the vermiculite, but I don't think that that's what's causing the problem.
Right.
So
It's not.
I'm
It's
gonna
not.
try this. Right.
Hey,
And it should
Nikki.
only take, I mean, at the longest in 7 days, 7 to 10 days at the very longest, I should see something. But you know what else I thought about too, Miss Gail? I said,
Yes, sir.
I planted these seeds and I do everything outside. Y'all, I
Mm.
planted inside about 2 years ago.
I don't do
Yeah,
it inside.
no.
Mm-mm. I don't put it inside.
I had
I don't
double
have
sided
any luck with it.
tape, plastic strips, fly swatters. Yeah, so yeah,
I don't
we
have any
can't
luck
do
with
nothing
planting
inside no more.
inside, and I
I
don't
gotta
have
do
a lot of
everything
luck.
outside. And I said, you know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't
See
plan.
that,
So you
and
plan
I
on
said
inside one time.
maybe I planted too early because see by
No.
planting outside,
You in 10B though.
and I don't have a greenhouse or see that too. So again, I'm just going step by step. Well, we're gonna troubleshoot and we're gonna figure this thing out because
You in
this is
10B, you
seeming.
ought to be able to plant in
I
January,
mean,
February.
is that
So I don't think
I drop seeds all year round. I
right.
drop seeds all year round. But
You should be
I like I
able
say
to.
in my area last year, things was thrown off. I'm gonna tell you. So from November 2022, when we had that was Hurricane Hillary or Tropical Storm Hillary or whatever, when that passed through around November 2022 was when the weather just went real throwed off. And ever since then in my area, the weather been kind of funny. But we're gonna figure it out. And we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on. My next step is going to be to probably germinate, see if I could germinate seeds in a completely soilless mixture because I have peat moss, I have perlite, and I have vermiculite. So if in 7 to 10 days I don't see any germination with the seeds I planted today, then I'm gonna do a soilless mixture. And
Yeah,
if the seeds germinate, then I got to go back to my soil, which I can't do nothing but dilute and dilute and dilute until it act right, because I ain't finna throw it away.
right.
But
You might
if
have
the
to
seeds
you might have to let it rest for a while because if
mm-hmm.
sometimes if you get unfinished compost, the mixture is hot and it'll burn stuff. And sometimes so that might be, you might just it might just needs to rest and continue to break down for a while. I wouldn't throw it out. I would, figure out what you can mix with it or what you can or if you can let it rest someplace.
Oh
So you
yes,
didn't have
ma'am,
any
most
problems with
definitely.
odor.
Now when I got the soil, I let it sit for almost 3 weeks because at the landfill they told us that it was finished. But
Yeah,
I
it
remember Yeah, I remember hearing one of the ladies at the landfill because she dug in there with her bare hands. I wasn't finna do that. I mean, I love nature and I get in dirt and I have had my hands in compost and stuff, but that's from cows that I used to be seeing on a regular basis. These cows, I ain't never seen them, so
right.
I wasn't gonna stick my hand in there. But she even made the comment. She was like, "This compost is kind of warm." That's why
Yeah,
I let it sit for almost three
Oh,
weeks. In the first place. And even then, I put that compost at the bottom, of the bucket, and I mixed all my other stuff, and kind of put that in the top. But y'all, we gonna figure this out. We gonna figure it out.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Check out my little
Well,
YouTube shorts and videos and stuff. I'm gonna keep y'all posted because we gonna figure this out. And if I hope that it could help not just me, but it could help somebody else. Cause that's what I'm trying to do. Cause we all need to get this food growing.
well, the thing about it is that you're not the only one who's been having problems with the soil or seeds not germinating or seedlings dying quick. So I was wondering what was the commonality of all this.
now I kill seedlings. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a problem when it comes to seedlings. I can't. Yeah, I do better to drop my seeds outside
Yeah.
and wherever. Yeah, but not inside. If I do try to do it inside, I kill them. I keep them. I get them too wet. I keep them too wet. I don't let them dry out enough, and I can't seem to regulate myself on that. But Mike was saying something about um, your soil mix. Um,
Yeah, I'm
um,
reading what he's saying, and he talking about the and the water and stuff, and he right. So seeds only need water to germinate.
right
Cause y'all already know all of the nutrients and stuff for the seed to germinate is already inside the
in
seed.
the seed.
And
Right,
that's what they use to germinate anyway. We all know that because how some people they pre-soak their seeds or they put their seeds in a wet paper towel and they
right,
germinate. So we know that the seeds don't need soil to germinate,
right.
which is why I'm still kind of confused at why the seeds didn't at least germinate And then once they dug into the soil, if the soil wasn't right, then they would have died. You see what I'm saying? These seeds didn't germinate at all. Also, I have planted, like I said, I'm the queen of planting old seeds. I don't
But some seeds that you're talking about are not
just so
old.
they no, they are not. I have 2016 seeds that I sowed
Seeds
last
from
year, and that was some of the
people
strongest
had
plants I
seeds
had.
from 20, 30, 40, 50 years that some of them still. I mean,
Yeah.
certain seeds are not going to germinate. Or you really have to germinate them right away. But most seeds hold up for a long time. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking you might have less. Your germination rate may be lower, but not completely. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So
You know
yeah,
something else, Miss Felicia, you know something else that I saw? When I was going through my buckets, I saw that some of the bean seeds that I had planted, they was mysteriously sitting on top of the soil. Now I have birds in my yard also, and I was thinking maybe the birds was like picking through some of the seeds. But
maybe.
for the buckets that I did not have covered, because if you looked at my live stream or any of my videos, you see that I make these little tool hoods. So it's like the
Hmm.
tool fabric, the netting that I
Hmm.
fit, over the bucket. So the birds can't get into those buckets. But even those seeds did not germinate. So we gonna see. I mean, I know that they have chlorine in water, and I understand it's best like if you fill up water containers, you let the water sit for 24 hours, the chlorine gas is off, and then you
Supposedly.
left with good water because we don't have filtered water, and I am in one of those areas where it's pretty much illegal for you to collect rainwater. You have to go through all kind of stuff. Y'all, California. I'm from Louisiana, and just so everybody know, I'm from Louisiana. I live here in California, but I'm not from here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow where God has planted me right now, but I'm telling you, I'm here for the transplant.
I have a hose filter on my water hose. Let me show y'all. I'll get it and show y'all.
Okay,
You don't mind if we drop your channel so people can come visit you, do you?
and I sure appreciate that. I'm reading the chat too.
Good. Yes. I'm learning how to use my new computer that my friends bought me. So you have to
I'm
excuse me.
sorry. Oh,
I'm a little slow.
wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. But I just asked Mike to drop your channel. Uh,
Okay.
but it's not showing it like I asked. It's not. What is it not doing? Oh,
Oh, can I do that?
yeah, you can put it in there.
How do I do
Uh-huh.
that?
You can just go on ahead and type it in. You asking the wrong person.
Oh no, Mike can do it because Mike is a moderator.
So Mike can do it.
Mike can drop her link
Okay, Mike just dropped
Oh,
it.
thanks, Mike. I appreciate that.
because he's a moderator.
Okay,
We
thank
haven't
you.
set up your Nightbot yet, have we? This is what I
No,
have. I'm
who
gonna
is
read
that
it.
by?
RV water filter. Okay, and you fit that on a regular hose pipe,
It screws into the
Thank you, Bougie.
like the spigot part, the
spigot,
the
right?
the faucet part. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Screw it onto the spigot, and then you put the hose pipe on the end,
Uh
and
huh.
so it filters your water. It has all the information on there, but I don't know what brand this
Hey,
is. I ordered them
Laura.
off of.
Hey, Laura. Thanks for coming.
I don't know what the brand is. They were on sale.
I'm about
Mike
to
said
look
he
that
got
up
a
right
four
now.
pack
Where
from
did you get that
Amazon
from?
yesterday for $30.
Amazing.
All right.
Amazon.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazon.
yeah. I got it.
Amazing.
RV water filter. It's called RV, right? That's the name.
They're made for RVs, for recreational vehicles, so that you can filter the water because you hook up your water to a hose pipe in an RV campground and you get water to your RV, and it's
I think
so,
I found it.
Oh,
and
okay.
they
Mike
all
said
different
one lasts the
brands,
whole
all different
season.
companies. Check your prices on them. Check the ones that have coupons on them. You can find a decent price for them. But
Okay.
that's what I use. Now, Mike said that
Now
he
this
has
the one that.
seen.
Oh,
He
I'm
Mike,
sorry.
there you go. He says Mike said I got a 4 pack from Amazon yesterday for $30.
And that's just what I was about to say because I found the exact same ones. It's a 4 pack. Yep, 4 pack for $30. Let me go ahead and put that in my basket right now.
Right. Michael said it's for RV campers. So when you go to a campground where they have water and electric hookups, you drop a cord to hook the electric up, you drop a hose to hook the water up. Well, you put this filter on it. So because you don't know where that water that they have is coming from, it's usually a well. Um,
Hmm.
a lot of campgrounds because they're remote and you don't know the quality of the water. So you can put a filter on it for that water
Okay.
coming into your RV that you're using for all the
Well,
things you use water for.
guess I will be ordering this soon as I drop out of this, soon as I drop out of StreamYard.
It's the same size as a garden hose. And
Okay.
like I said, I just screwed it right onto the faucet. My hose is on the end of it. And that's what I've been using this year. This is the first time I've used it. I cannot say I've noticed a difference in my plants from it because I just started using it. But Mike
Hmm.
and Mona convinced me. Mona says she saw a big difference in her plants. She
Wow.
started using them last year.
Okay.
And,
Well,
and she does mostly container growing.
okay.
Almost
Well,
most of it.
I'm look. I'm on. Is bought. I'm gonna get it today. Now, Mike, when you say that one lasts a season,
Uh-oh, you
when you
froze.
say
You
that
freeze up?
one lasts a season, when you say a season, what does that mean? So
Talking about 3 months,
tell me
Okay.
4
what
months?
The
is
thing,
it? 6 months, 4 months, 3 months.
this one says 3 months. You can prolong the use if you don't use it every day. It probably also has a gallons on it somewhere, but this one says 3 months.
3 months. Okay. Well, then I mean, all four of them for a year. I mean, that's good. That's
Right.
yeah.
That's not a bad price at all. Thanks,
They
Mike.
sell
See,
garden ones for like 10 times the price.
y'all, and Miss
Wow.
Gail, let me just sidetrack for that right quick about these companies and these businesses. Just like, cause I do natural hair content on my channel too, and back in the day, it did shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, whatever. But soon as these companies started finding out that we was using things for natural hair, they
Mm-hmm.
just took the exact same thing, slapped natural hair
Put a
on
new
it.
label
And
on
like
it.
Mike said, 10 times the price. Y'all, they starting to do the same
They make
thing
a
for
brown
gardening.
bottle and a tan bottle. It used to be a white bottle. Now the bottle's brown and it's tan and it's got a new label on it. It's the exact same product, the exact
Right.
same ingredients. I mean, if you
Ye-
looked at the ingredients, they are identical.
And they
And
doing the
but
same
the
thing.
price is
Yes, they
times
doing the
three.
same thing for us with gardening. Now they seeing more people gardening, or they at least, showing interest in it. They taking these same products, they taking these same devices, these tools, whatever. They used to be $5, now it's $25, $40 for the exact same thing. They just throw garden on it, or green, or plant, flower, vegetable, and they hiking up the price.
Right.
Y'all, we make sure we be smart on stuff like that. Get
Right.
get hip to the game and don't let them cheat us.
Right.
Mike
It's
said
sad that
Mike
whenever
said
they
his
start seeing a market for something, they raise the price up on it. Instead of keeping the price the same or lowering it because they're making plenty of money, they get greedy and corner the market.
follow the
And
money, follow the money, follow the money. It's just like little things like if you need a grow light for for growing plants, it's one price. If you need a heat lamp for growing chickens, it's another price in another place. If you need a grow light, a heat lamp for reptiles, it's another store in another place. But guess what? They might all be the same product.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Or they might just be a lamp that you buy at a thrift store and you
Mhm.
just get a grow light bulb. and
That's
use
Right.
right.
that bulb and that lamp. Get a dollar lamp that you found at a thrift store somewhere and put a grow light bulb in it and call it a day. I mean, but it's little things
Hmm.
like that because they want to charge you an arm and a leg for a product. And it's like, I just need a light bulb that's full spectrum. That's all.
That's
When
right.
we started,
That's
like
right.
Texas Lala
You know
said,
what?
it's
Yes. Texas Lala, the Walmart 17-gallon, the laundry tote. Yes.
hmm
Yeah. Now they're
once we
eight,
start
nine.
buying stuff, all of a sudden the price goes up. Why does I never understood why does the price have to go up?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
Maybe I'm
even
missing something.
Because, and see, we were talking about this on the live stream the other night. This is a capitalistic society that we live in. We were talking about this with the pharmaceuticals. It
hmm
doesn't make any money to cure a disease.
No.
You cure disease, you just killed your bottom line.
hmm
So what do? You treat the symptoms because then you can treat the symptoms for the rest of that person's life. The longer they live, the more money you make.
Right.
But if you cure the disease, the longer they live, the less money you make because
Right.
they don't need
Right.
your medicine anymore because it's
Right.
cured.
That's right.
We live in a capitalistic
that's
society.
right.
Everything is about that bottom line, about that dollar.
But a
And
lot of countries they don't treat their people like that. It's just here.
I'm
In
just trying
other
to make my
countries, but
penny stretch the
mainly here.
furthest they can because I know
What did she say? Did she
hmm
freeze?
mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm the same way. I want to make my money stretch as far as I can get it to stretch too. And so I'm always, I'm not gonna go out and buy the next greatest product out there. That whole natural hair, the more they started changing stuff, the less I've started buying, and now I hardly buy anything.
I have enough hair products to last me for many, many years. So
Yeah.
I'm not buying anything. They have so much new stuff every day, every month. Two or three brands is coming out with some new stuff. But y'all, I'm looking at them right now because I'm in my bedroom. If you want to know stuff about natural hair and stuff, I mean, I ain't no guru or nothing, but I just promise you, I've been combing my hair before I started my YouTube channel, so I might know a little something. But
I will ask you a
y'all
question.
don't get me off on no tangent with
How long,
that
how
about
long have you been natural?
uh probably like 20 years.
Okay, so you were around when with naturality and monocurl. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember her. And see, I just
Yeah.
got on like you looking at natural hair YouTube videos and stuff. Like for real, probably like 2015.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
I
talking
didn't
about
start
I'm talking
paying
about
on.
before it's before YouTube blew up. Naturality
That's what
had
I'm. Yeah, that's what
had
I'm
a
saying.
discussion board. She actually
Right.
it started as a Yahoo group. That's how
Mm-hmm.
long ago it was. But
I remember.
there were no products. There were
Right.
no natural hair products. We were basically you had to figure out how to make this work for you. And
And
we were figuring things out. Monocurl is the person who started the no poo thing
mm-hmm.
way back over 20 years ago.
And I mean, we all been combing our hair since before social media. A lot of
Right.
us been gardening since before social
Before.
media.
Right. I've been
But
gardening
but
my whole
but
life.
if you let social media tell it, things don't count. They didn't exist until they was put on social media.
That's
Okay.
crazy. That's crazy.
That part right there, and I noticed that after I made my channel and after I started uploading content about all kind of different things, I really saw, I mean, people are, they get serious.
hmm
Yes.
I mean, like they finna come to your house and knock on your door.
Right.
I'm like, y'all,
You can roll up here if you want to.
you don't
Yeah.
want no, look, you don't want no smoke. You don't, you don't want no smoke. But y'all, look, I'm gonna drop off of here, y'all.
Well, let me
Miss
say
Gail,
something
thank
before
you
you
so
leave,
much.
Hilly.
Miss Felicia, thank
Healy,
you
let me
so
say
much.
this.
Look, now
Healy,
don't have me put mine out. Look, it's
You gonna
look,
roll up here if
it's
you
right here.
want to.
I got my look, it's right here on side the bed,
Right.
but I ain't gonna put that little camera though, y'all. Let me
Everything I need is within reach. That's all I
I know
got to
that's
say.
right.
That's
I
all I
know
got
that's
to
right.
She
say.
has a machete that's bigger than her.
Well,
And
y'all
she
have a
Roll
won't get
if
beautiful
you
hurt.
want
evening. I
to.
sure appreciate y'all letting me, come up here and show my face and stuff, even though my hair wasn't
I
combed.
think
Shout out to Mike for the turban.
You did
We ain't
good.
doing no
it's
You
wet
did
hair, but
good.
good. It's a
I
good
got my turban on.
conversation. Good
Listen,
Y'all
let
have
me
a
say
good
this
evening.
to
conversation.
I'm gonna go
you.
ahead and drop back down into the chat.
Okay, but I want you to listen to me.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, she can't hear me, but she said something on her live before she left about doing
Okay.
pop-ups. Do your pop. Don't worry about who's in what time slot. Nobody owns a time slot nowhere in this world, especially on YouTube. If you sit and try to figure out who's on here, no, 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 no. Let me stop you now. Go when it's time for you to go. People will
Right.
come, even if it's just
Absolutely.
one
And you
person.
know what? People, you might step on some toes and people's feelings might get hurt. But here's the deal about YouTube. YouTube reaches millions of people. It has the potential to reach millions of people. Even if I'm going live and you're going live at the exact same time, the people that want to watch both you and me, somebody will catch a replay. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They'll catch a replay if they want to see it. If they don't want to see it and want an excuse, then they'll say, well, she went live the same time she went live.
But
That's
you know,
just an
ironically
excuse.
enough, there's somebody
Yeah.
else in this YouTube
Well,
family,
I
and
sure
it's that.
appreciate that, and I appreciate the encouragement.
You're not going to hurt my feelings if you go live the same time I go live.
But there's tons of people who are going live at the
Don't they
same
have
time that we don't know.
somebody, or maybe
Somebody else
not
is
one
live
person? They
right
have a
now.
few people, right? Don't they have a few people in the community? You're right. I was saying, don't they have some people in the community that kind of, maybe it's a community post or something, where they kind of keeping, not necessarily keeping track, but they have like a list of, like,
There,
people live
there's
stuff.
lady. There's a lady who has been shouting me out the last couple of weeks who has a list that says, um, check out these people's lives on at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been shouting me out. But I think she's in the
Not G, not GT. Why he gonna come on here with all that noise? Let me go ahead and drop out
Oh,
so
my
he can
fault.
come
hold
up,
on, hold on,
up
hold
here with all
No,
that
no,
noise.
no, no, no.
I'm,
mute
I'm
him.
I
sorry. No, I'm
GT
sorry.
mute.
I was in the
Mute
background for about 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Golly.
mute. But yeah, there is a lady. I think she's in the crochet community who has
I'm
who does
sorry.
that. There are a couple of people. Belt Loop 99 does a shout out video to channels. He just makes a video that shouts out channels. So there are people who shout out channels and shout out live streams, but it's not organized. It's just people who want to do it.
Yeah, that was my concern when people started doing that. That new people would start
Almost homesteading. That's who he
thinking
is.
thinking that it was something that was protocol, and it's not. That's something that and people need to do a prelude before they post anything, saying this is just something that I'm doing, so that people won't think that that is the Bible when they post it.
Right.
Because
Or that you should
basically,
do that.
I'm
That's
going
something
to
that
say
somebody
this.
wants to do.
I'm going to say this because I'm a truthful person, and I'm just my mother's child. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that people have come up with ways to get more views, more subscribers, more time to get themselves out there. They're being, what you call it, is a word that I'm going to use. I'm going to mess up anyway. But anyway, they're being constructive as to how they do it. But you have to
Well,
think,
there are people whose channel is about promoting other people.
yes.
They
But
want to be
you have
they
to be
want to be a
careful.
promotion channel. And so they're going to do that to promote other people because that's what they want to be known as.
You
But
have to be careful because you have people who would think, just like Healy said, that that is the go-to law for people to watch live streams, and it's
right,
not.
it's not.
It is not. And I think that the people who are doing that needs to make sure before they post anything
Yeah.
that precursor comes up saying this is not an official whatever. I'm
Yeah.
just doing this on my own. because then people will think, well, I can't do it at this time. They're thinking it's an official list of lives that somebody's doing, and they're afraid to post their own live because they don't want to
Yeah,
step on
that's just
nobody's.
like Bougie said. You have to be careful with that because YouTube doesn't like those promotion type channels.
Exactly, and it's deterring people, and I'm all for people coming on board and getting into this community, or just growing or knitting or whatever they want to do, and go. I'm gonna start going doing more lives, and I'm
Yeah,
not gonna be looking at no doggone list. I'm just gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna go live. I'm not gonna look to see who's there because that's my time that I can do it,
there
and
are a couple of people's toes that I don't want to step on, but that's just a couple of. That's just a few. It's a short list of
but I
people.
don't have time to go and look at somebody's list to see who's supposed to be going live and who's
But
not going. I'm not gonna do that.
the
I'm not
ones
doing
that when I decide I'm gonna do a live, I will go live on Wednesday. When I go live on Wednesday, I know I'm gonna bump heads with a couple of lives. I'm gonna be off by 6 my time because I know that's when Wind Down Wednesday start because I usually am in the back, I'm in the bushes on Wind Down Wednesday. The reason I don't bump heads with them is because I'm watching it.
You have people that you know by heart who's coming up. Um, this is supposed to be fun. I don't want to go in my garden and become de-stressed and be able to have a good time and
Wow.
relax. But then I got to worry about when I leave the garden and somebody's live and can I post now? That's too much drama for me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. And like Healy says, I don't mean to go and mean in disrespect, but I can only go live when I have time. That's what I'm talking about,
Right.
and
And
that's
that's what
correct.
right, exactly. You have to go live when you can go live. And the people who want to follow you are going to follow you. And it may not be you may not I guess I guess it, there's two schools of thought when it comes to YouTube and developing a YouTube community. There's one school of thought that says I want to interact with people and have a relationship with the people and and build community. Well, and that's one school of thought. The other school of thought is I have some information, I want to get it out there and I want to reach as many people as I can. If
Right.
if you're trying to reach as many people as you can, then you do it when you can. If you're trying to build community, then you are conscious of what everybody else is doing so that you are building relationships with those people. That's a limited it's a limited how much you can do because as a person, as a content creator, there's only so many people that you can interact with. When you start getting if you get, I don't know, 100, if you get 100 views on every live stream and every video and you respond to every one of those 100 people, that is a full-time job.
It
What happens
is.
when you get 10,000,
You're not gonna be able to do
50,000?
it.
You
You got
can't
to.
do it anymore. So at that point, you want to put out quality information to as many people as possible. You can't develop a one on one relationship with 50,000 people or a million people.
Mm-mm.
And so you have to, figure out where you want. Okay, yeah, I don't have, a 1,000 people. I don't have 100 people that watch my videos. So right now, I can answer every comment, and I can follow everybody, who regularly comment on my videos. When is that going to change? That's, if I'm successful, that will change.
Well, people who are
Hey, sweet
honest,
thumb.
who has common sense, people who have a heart and unity will understand that if somebody goes live at the same time they go live, they shouldn't get upset about it. They
You
don't
can,
own YouTube. You don't own the space that's God's air, and just be understandable that that person's not doing it out of malice. But
right.
there's people who running around here talking about they was on my time and they was what in the world? Really? No, you don't do that. Hello, sweet thumb. Thank you for coming.
Well,
And if I see something in my garden and I'm excited about it, oh, I want to let me go on ahead and do a quick live right now. because it's right here. The phone's there
Right now, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
right now. I'm gonna go on here and
If
do it.
I'm walking down the street and I see something that's like, oh my God, they should have not walked out the door. I'm gonna turn my camera on and show y'all because y'all need to see what I just saw because there needs to be a record of this.
Oh my goodness.
Right, right.
People won't believe I'm crazy when I tell them about it.
Oh, well, GT Junior, what you got to say about today?
um,
I'm sorry you're in
when
the
people was
background for
talking,
3 minutes. I'm sorry.
oh, it's all good. When people were talking about the seeds, when it was just one person, 2 points per people, I was like, man, maybe it's the soil temperature, not germinating at the temperature, but seeing that it is happening more regularly, then, it is an issue. I haven't
Yeah.
had the same problem that everybody else has. I create a lot of my germination soil. Yeah.
But what is your soil mix? What do you use
I use like a
to
soilless
germinate your
mix.
seed?
Cocoa core and perlite. That's the basis of my seed starter mix.
So you don't use any soil. You use cocoa coir and perlite. You
Mm,
don't use like garden soil or container raised bed soil or potting flower potting mix or anything like. You use yeah, okay. And see,
because
everybody
there's no
has their own thing. I use soil. I have my best luck when I use soil. When I use cocoa coir, I have a hard time controlling the moisture content. Um,
So when you say soil, Felicia, you saying soil like potting mix soil or
any kind of soil, garden soil,
topsoil, yeah,
soil,
all that,
potting soil, any kind of soil. He uses no soil. He uses vermicul. You said vermiculite. Ver,
perlite and cocoa core.
he uses perlite and cocoa coir. Neither one of those are soil.
okay.
The soilless mediums. But when I do pot up, I do use a soil, and it's basically whatever's handy. I might use some Miracle Grow. I might use some old soil. I use Pro
Old soil
Mix.
all the time. I recycle my soil. I use old soil. I've got Miracle Grow. I've got the Kellogg. She was saying she used the Kellogg mix. I've used the Pro mix. I think it's called. I've used
Yeah, I like that.
I get the one from Aldi. I'll get whatever they have at Costco. Whatever soil's on sale, I'll buy it. Um,
Mhm.
I try to get the ones that say organic, but otherwise, yeah. But
Felicia
And,
talked about a long time ago they didn't use talk about soil. They got dirt from the ground and planted in that in pots, in containers
my
and
mom
stuff
grew
too.
house plants, and when she needed soil for her house plants, she went out there under that tree, dug back till she reached the dirt, dug out the dirt, and put it in her pots and potted up her house plants with that. There was no going to the store buying no dirt for house
no.
plants.
Yeah, a long
And
time.
it
I
seems
don't
like we
think
didn't
they
got into.
what you say. Go on, go on.
Go ahead, GT.
It seems like we didn't got more into a habit of doing that, going to bag soil. Um, I plan to get with a landscaping company and have them drop soil here because we only got about 3 inches of soil before we hit rocks because of all the
Right.
permafrost or whatever, and it sucks because I can't put nothing in the ground because there's nothing for it to feed off of. So you know, uh,
Now,
I mean,
I've
there
got,
has to be some. Sorry,
go ahead.
there has to be something there because I have a whole lot of dandelions, but other than that, I don't. It just doesn't seem like it's efficient enough.
So
The
Nikki says he did me said she used peat moss or cocoa coir, perlite, and
and
vermiculite.
vermiculite, yeah. It's a soil mixture. Um, I have two large oak trees in my front yard, and then I have a cypress and a couple of pine and a maple tree in my backyard. And underneath those trees, um, all of them drop leaves or pine needles every year. And I
Mm-hmm.
rake those up underneath those and mound them up at the base of those trees every year. And then when I trim my hedges, I don't haul stuff off like all my neighbors do. When I trim
Hmm.
my hedges in the front and all of that, I pile up all the trimmings up under the hedges and then I mulch on top of the trimmings. And so all of that stuff breaks down. And so if I need some soil for a spot, like I got a dog who digs, I need to fill a hole, I'll go and dig up some of that soil because it breaks down rapidly. It breaks down and it's building the soil. I don't believe in hauling off stuff off of my property that's going to build up the soil on my property. So all of those leaves that come off of my tree, the only thing that gets hauled off is the acorns. I will rake up acorns and put them in the trash can because I don't need no pounds. I had a full trash can of acorns. I know the trash guys were like, "What the what?"
Hey, Bella, next time you hear about that, sometimes I catch that sale too, but if you hear about it, make sure you post it for us now. The buy three, get three, which is basically buy one, get one at Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. That
Mm-hmm.
sale that my friends didn't tell me about, that my friend back there, down there. Yeah. I-
He
but
said, GT,
I'm gonna be your friend today. I didn't know y'all probably knew because I don't
I
have any friends
posted
in
it. I
I don't have
posted
any friends in this world.
I posted it. I don't know what
But
else
I'm
to
gonna
do.
tell y'all in case y'all didn't know
I,
that green stalk planters are on sale for Mother's Day.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. I wish I
I
could
can't
afford it
afford them.
right now.
I can't afford them, but green stalk planters are on
$163. I can't afford it either.
$99.
Oh, that's different. How many? How many?
Don't tell GT. You know he gonna go buy one.
You don't need none.
I know because I want to go get this peach tree. I seen a Red Haven peach tree, and I seen another plum, and then they got the Chickasaw plum. The
I
Chickasaw
have that.
plum,
It's the
but no,
native.
the Chickasaw plum is from Georgia. It looks like
It's the
I went
Oh
native.
in.
really?
It's the
I
wild
think
plum
so.
that we grew up eating. That you find along roadsides and in the woods.
Yes,
Little one
yes,
that we eat them green.
yes.
Turn your mouth inside
Yes,
out.
I love it green. Green and
That
yellow. I don't like them red that much. That's the Chickasaw, I think.
that's it. That's the one.
I
I
went to
have that.
Google.
I've got two of those here in my yard.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go purchase it. I'm gonna put the link in
Where'd
the
you see that?
I can't tell you until I go buy it. I'm sorry. Hey, what they
Was it
say on the
online?
plane, take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else, huh?
Was it? I'm the one. I preach that all day.
Yeah,
You can't.
ma'am. So what I'm
You can't feed nobody from an empty cup. Fill your cup.
there you go.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Can't
That's
feed.
So
I
I
can't
the
feed
saw
truth.
you
it.
from an empty plate. Fill your plate. So,
Speak the truth.
are you ordering them online?
Yes, I
Yes,
am.
sir.
I can tell you that much. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So what
Because
happened
I
was
mean,
I was on Google.
there's a nursery here in there's a nursery in Georgia that has them because that's where I got mine from, and it's not bottoms.
Wow. Well, this is what happened. Okay, so I went to Google and I asked Google and I said, Google, um, native plum tree. And then they showed me a couple of them and then they gave me a description and then they showed me some pictures. And one of the pictures, it looked just like the one by the railroad track. I used to
Yep,
love them things. And I was like, oh my goodness, do I really want to buy this? And the price, woo, when
they
I
got
put
good
it in my
prices
community
on them too.
tab, y'all gonna be like, wow. I'm telling
I'm
you,
like,
something to mess with for real, for real.
I'm trying not to get another one because those things spread.
Hmm.
Because
Well,
was there just one tree by the railroad track, or was it like a patch?
it was a
There,
whole bunch of them.
they
This was
spread.
like I was a jit then. Like this was like a little bit of a little guy. I used to walk to school, me and everybody else, and They showed us where it was, and that's what I used to do. I used to tear them things up, put them in the freezer too. Then we had the little bitty apples. The little bitty apples used to grow right there too. I
Oh, the
think
crab
we used to
apples.
have yes, we used to have wheat too. Because I remember I used to eat so many that it would make me sick, make my jaw lock up, all that stuff. But I would try it.
And
But
you
we
know what
had
else? There we had quince.
Quince
with
apples.
that.
Quince apples.
Quince? Yeah, quince
I ain't
apple.
never had it. I ain't never
It's
had it.
it. They look like you could. Yeah. Anyways,
I thought they were only for cooking with. I didn't know you could eat them raw.
I never eat them raw, but we had quince trees too. Mama used to make jelly out of it.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I'm really excited about getting it. I said I was trying not to. I I couldn't justify buying it. I mean, it's a great price, but I was like,
I
you
I
talking
want
about it. I
my
think I'm gonna go ahead
Chickasaw
and grab it.
plum. It bloomed last year. It didn't set fruit. The cold got it. It bloomed
Mm.
this year. It didn't set fruit, or if it did set fruits, it the fruit aborted. I don't know what's going on with it. I
What was
really
that?
don't know. But it's not. It's young. It's still young.
Which tree is that, Felicia?
The Chickasaw plum,
Oh, okay.
the one he's
That's
talking
the
about.
Georgia plum.
And
You
by the
you
way,
seen the little plum, Miss Georgia
it's
Peach
the,
Nut?
it's the little
Yeah, I
one.
didn't know what it was
It's
called.
Yeah, it's a
it's
little
wild.
one.
We just called them
Mm-hmm.
wild plums growing up. They
They're
were
so good.
everywhere. You could drive down the
And
highway or down a
yeah,
dirt road and you see a patch and you would stop and you just pick them.
I
But
So
didn't
GT,
know. I
you
thought
have a
they,
tree that you can get from the side of the road here in Georgia.
but I'm in Alaska.
Where,
I
are you
gotta
gonna be
do
able to
this
keep
let
that
because
tree up
me
there?
ask you this, Miss Georgia Peach Nut. Do you know where any are?
I probably do and hadn't paid any attention, but I'll be looking out for them now.
Get you a cutting. Get you some cuttings. If you know
Yeah,
where some are, if you see
probably
some,
some out here on my creek.
if, get you some
oh,
cuttings. I'm on my way.
Listen,
see what happened was I wanted to tell somebody to get them for, but nobody I know is a gardener in Georgia. Now my mama she'll do it because she my mama, but that ain't fair to her because she don't know what she doing. So I'm like, okay, I want the plum, and if I go down there, I'm still not gonna be able to like
bring it
I
back.
might not have the success that I actually want from it. So let me
Mhm.
see if I can find it on Google. And Google took me to a place and told me what the name of it was. And then I jumped on here and there, and I was like, "Oh, look at that price too."
Well, let me tell you something, GT Junior.
Hmm.
On my way home today, I stopped by this fruit stand and
Mm-hmm.
they had those local wild plums, the green ones, the green ones. And I stopped what I was doing, picked up my phone, and I sent a message to one of my coworkers. And I was like, this farm right here has the green plums right now because she loves them. She loves those green plums. They're sour, 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 and she loves them.
Oh,
And
that's so
every time I
good.
see them, I send her a message so she can make sure she can get some. She's
Hey,
always
Valley.
looking to see somebody on the side of the road in a pickup truck selling, because they still do
Mm-hmm.
that here, on the back of a
Wow.
pickup truck selling stuff. So yeah,
Oh, they do
they're
that
Hey,
here
by
too.
Haley, me,
Go on.
Healy. Yeah. Hey Barry.
Healy means I do things because I like this hobby. I really do. So I'm gonna keep trying to grow stuff, and I adapt. I bring it in the wintertime, and
Wait,
yeah.
Healy, did you get two on the sale?
What's she talking about?
Dang it. Go ahead. I have it. Look, I'm
You up here
sitting.
killing Felicia.
Look, it's
Look
on,
at you.
it's on my phone right now. I'm like, you
You
got
up here
what?
on the phone ordering. Y'all kill me on the phone ordering when we talking about
I'm
stuff.
like, what? You got two of them?
I can't spend $100 on that. I want the fruit trees. I'm sorry,
You gotta
can't
trust
do
But
it.
Valley to get it to
Junior, it's like a hydroponic unit on crack. It's not hydroponic, but it's like 5 tiers
Got me
of
fainting, eh?
growing. You growing more food in 2 square feet, then you can grow in a raised bed.
But that's where hydroponics come into play. That's where shelving come into play as far as vertical farming. You could
Oh,
put
okay,
more in there.
by the time I buy enough hydroponic units to grow that many plants, because you can't get but 2 to 3 big plants, even in the big units, even in the ones that's got might not even tell. Mike said even in the ones that's like a 12, 10 or 12, you still only gonna get 2 or 3 tomato or pepper plants in there, right? So that means I need 3 or 4 units. That's $100 and a shelf and some more grow lights because it's gonna grow over the unit anyway.
What I
I
heard
can pay
that
$100 to get one of these. I can put more than one tomato plant in there. On top of that, I can put some collard greens and some mustard greens and some herbs and some flowers.
can you let me ask you something? Does this one come with the roller, the thing to turn, the turner?
No, it does not. You're gonna have to buy that separately.
Okay.
That's how many come for $99.
I think
That's
this
just a
one.
display. That's just a display. That ain't no $100. I'm
I'm gonna
about to
show
go
you.
talk to my wife.
I'm
I'm
gonna
finna get
show
my wife to buy me one.
Uh
I buy
oh.
her
this.
some, she buy me that. Yeah, how about that?
This is the 5 tier.
How deep is the
Original.
pockets?
They're pretty deep.
Like 7 or 10 inches?
Look,
I
you gonna have to
sadly
talk to
am on it.
somebody that's got one. I don't have one.
Mike, you ain't got nobody in your community stealing, right? Good night, ma'am, and thank you for stopping by.
Mike said, unless you make your own system, right? Unless you make your
I
own
make
system,
my own system. I make my
okay.
own system.
Then you can do this.
Oh, I know what Mike talk. No, I can't build that. No, 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 no. I can't build that.
No, what I'm
Now,
saying between buying the shelving, the shelves cost $60.
yeah,
You
they do.
lucky, right? So
Yeah, they
sixty
do.
bucks for a shelf plus $40 for a unit. I've already spent $100, and I still ain't planning got but 4 plants. I might as well spend $100 on this,
Okay. Thank you, beautiful jungle.
and then I got way more plants.
Ain't nobody got no 20% off. I'm sorry. I want them trees, and I'm trying to budget myself. I really
Yeah, that's the
am.
problem. That's
Laura
the
said
problem.
35 per plant, 35 plants per stalk. Okay.
35 plants per stalk. Okay, even if you decide that these plants are big and I'm only going to do half that, that's still 15 plants. That's still 10 more plants than I can get in my best grow arrow garden.
Stop
I'm
on
just,
it. He said, Mike, you can chain it to your house.
what did he say?
Mike said somebody was stealing if he bought one because he's on the hill. And
Oh,
he can
ain't
chain
nobody going to see mine because I'm going to put it on in the
but you
backyard.
can't chain that to no house because you got sections. They can take the sections off.
That's true. Yeah.
You can go
Anyways, I
on
don't know.
to
I'm really I'm tempted. Did Verdi say goodnight?
Bernie is saying good evening. That's her good night,
Oh,
I think. Is that your sister? That's your
that's
sister?
my sister.
You gotta
That's
go.
my baby. That's my baby sister.
How
She
many
the
sisters do
oldest.
you have?
She the oldest.
Oh, she's the oldest, but you call her.
That's why I
You're
call
not
her
bad
the
as I
baby.
am with my sister. She's older than I am, but I
She's
always
older
say
than
I'm the
me. I
oldest.
call her the baby.
Oh Lord.
Who was
My,
it that had a green stalk inside for the Wiggles? Probably Ro. Ro got about a zillion green stalks. Okay, maybe 11.
okay. Healy
You
tells you
grow
something.
Ro? It might have been her.
DT,
She
that's your message.
pick
Are you calling your wife? Say, hey,
your
can I get a
trees
green
and
star?
save up for that green stalk. Yeah, I really don't need to be buying nothing because like I said, I just got my car service today. It was not pretty, but the total price came out $100 less than the estimate. See, that's a sign. I take signs where I get them.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
He gave me the estimate. I was all prepared to pay that money, and then it came out $100 less. I was like, "Oh yeah, baby, I could get me a green stock with
Did
this
she
or
tell you
two."
to go and get it, GT? You was on the phone with Dave
No,
Ramsey,
that's my
didn't
work phone. I got a client that he can't have my real number because he be acting up. He be saying weird stuff, and
Oh, okay.
I've been said something to him, so he gets my work phone number. But no, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go up there in a few minutes and I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna um, tell her I got
yeah.
her. She just
I
gave
You
wonder
me
how
said
the.
it
long.
right. You said it right the first time, GT Junior. You gonna ask her, and you gonna say, "Hey,
Oh,
beautiful."
we a
You
team,
gonna
so I
say,
can ask her. I can beg. I can
you
whatever.
gonna say, "Hey, beautiful,"
Yeah, that's my
and she
shouty. That's my girl. Yeah.
and she gonna say, "Have you
Woo.
lost your mind?"
No, she gonna be like, how much it costs? Like it's
She gonna
all
say,
like
"You know what the
$100, baby.
you know what the budget is. Why you?"
No, we got our own
Hey,
money.
live
If
from
she asks me
Miami,
for
do you
something, I
have?
buy it.
No, she gonna say, you know what the budget is. Why you asking me?
No, she don't get down. We don't get down like that. We don't. We have separate accounts and joint accounts. No, we don't do that.
Same.
Ah, whoa. Good, I got to come to your channel to see them. She has 9 green stalks.
Oh my gosh.
She said she started buying them last year, so I
But
guess they.
honey, it grows 30 plants.
But
Good Lord.
But beautiful. It grows 30 plants. He don't call her honey. He calls her
Hmm.
beautiful, Mike. Get it right.
There you go. Yup.
He calls her beautiful.
sweetie, you get
I
flowers
mean,
in
I'm
your
in here
hand.
working. It's my day off. The only day off I get where I only work 7 hours. And what am I doing? I'm putting up new smoke alarms, all that stuff, putting on a new door handle and just
Yeah, you
vacuuming and
deserve to
stuff.
have your
I
own
got
time.
I got dinner. I got dinner sitting out that I'm about to cook and everything. I'm that
My smoke
dude.
alarm talked to me the
Hmm?
other day.
Oh, I can't stand that.
My smoke
Oh
alarm said
no.
fire. I was like, what the?
Oh.
Who
Oh
said
boy.
that? I'm like, I don't have no talking. Nobody talks to me in this house. My smoke alarm said fire. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just smoke.
They have a a limited or lifetime warranty, Healy, for 7 years, 7+
Keely,
years.
she trying to get us to buy the doggone thing.
You can buy individual trays when they wear down and break. Ooh, they wear down and break. Ooh.
Eventually, they're plastic, so they're gonna right now. He said, when I hear the alarms chirp in people's lives, I mute it. No, mine don't chirp. Mine gets checked on the regular. My husband don't believe in leaving making safety is a priority in this household. I put it that way.
I'm sure it is. Well, both of you
Every,
guys in the
But
military?
yeah, everything gets checked on a regular basis. Oh,
Yes.
somebody
uh,
asked me what was the brand of my
The water filter?
no. Bougie asked that question, and I don't know what the brand is. Mike was saying that there's some on sale right now on Amazon. Um, I didn't see a brand name on that, but somebody asked me in another live what was the brand of my weather radio,
Oh, yeah. That's what they asked.
and
Um,
it's a Midland. I thought it
Midland,
was a Motorola, but it's not. It's a Midland.
Midland. So her weather radio brand name, you guys, is Midland.
Is a
So yes,
Midland. Yes.
yes. GT, you were trying to say something.
the thing about the smoke alarm is I put it up a year ago and it started beeping. These are supposed to be 10-year warranty. So I told my wife, I said, look, we're going to keep these things because I just bought them all. So we refill all of them. Every room got one, and then we got CO2 in the hallways and stuff. But if it goes out in less than a year, then that means there's something wrong. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Is it
it
is it
started beeping.
is it wired or is it
No, it's
battery?
battery.
Well,
Yeah.
you're supposed to change your battery every 6 months.
No, you can't change these batteries.
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah, they say 10-year. 10-year worry free. It says
I
10-year
know which
long
one
life.
you have. Yeah, I have one like that.
So
Mine,
when the
mine.
battery goes out, you just have to buy a whole new unit.
That
No,
nah,
no,
they're gonna give me
no.
my money back.
You call the company because they have a 10-year warranty on them. That's the kind that we have here, but we do check that battery every 6 months.
You decide the battery, you burning down the house.
Burn it down the house. That's the song.
Hey, CC Texas Garden, how you doing? Thanks
Hey,
for
see.
coming. So Mike said he used their CB radios back. He used them back in the day. You talking about Midland? That name
Midland.
does sound familiar.
That's the company that mine was. I don't remember who asked that. Oh, I don't need
Hey,
to spend
Duval, how you
another dime.
doing?
Money is flowing freely this month. Ooh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming and visiting with us. We appreciate you.
If I was a superstitious person, and I'm not, I would say it's got something to do with Pluto. The way money flowing out of my hands this month. Whew.
Especially when you have car trouble. We're not going to talk about that car trouble.
Well, it was scheduled regular maintenance. It wasn't really car trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but still, let me just say this. I learned my lesson. I bought the car of my dreams. It was not really my car of my dreams, but I bought the car I wanted. It's expensive to maintain it.
Yeah.
It's expensive to maintain it. And next time I buy a car, it's gonna be an old cheap car that I can maintain myself. I don't
But
have
you
to pay
know,
no.
the
I
good thing
mean,
about buying the OG car, if the E was the EMS or EMD or whatever they call it, if the
it will
signal
still
goes
run.
out,
It still run. Yeah.
it'll still run. Isn't that right, GT?
I think so. Yes, ma'am. You know what my dream car is
What?
What?
the Chrysler 300. I love that thing. My dad said, "Boy, if you don't leave that car alone," I love that car. I love it. I just can't afford it yet.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal, GT Junior. I'm gonna tell you just like I tell my son. You better think about, and Christ is probably not a bad one, but you better think about when you start looking at these cars that you really love. How much is the
Hmm.
maintenance on it? Because my
Hmm.
car, I have to take it to the dealer to get a certified mechanic to work on. I mean, I
Is
could
that
take
the
it
same
someplace
one, Miss Healy, that Felicia
else.
told you? Is that the same one that you found for $29.99? Is it for $24.99 now?
No, that's a different. Who? What?
Pauline RV water filter. Is that the same one? Because yours was an RV, but I don't know if it had Pauline on it.
Oh, it's right here. It doesn't say Paul. It doesn't say Pauline. I don't know what brand it is. I
Because
don't
she
think.
found it for $5 cheaper. She said she's getting it right now.
Make sure it says inline RV water filter, and then
Inline.
other than that, I got a 4-pack for whatever I paid for it. I think it's a 4-pack for $30. Please discuss the difference between buying something and affording something. So yeah, when it comes to a car, and I mean y'all are grown folks, so you know about buying cars and things like that. My kids are young, and so I have to explain these things to them. Um, just because you can go to a place and buy it doesn't mean that you can afford it. Um, if you can pay the for the car, and you can pay for the maintenance and upkeep on the car, and you can pay for the repairs on the car, and you can pay for the gas or the electric or the batteries in the car, and you can pay for the insurance and the taxes on the car, and a lot of those things are recurring payments, then you can afford the car. But if you can buy the car and you can't afford to put gas in it because it takes premium gas, or you can't afford the battery because it's one of these battery operated cars and you have to the battery replace the battery every so many years and they cost so much money, or whatever because it's a certain kind of car and the insurance is going to be really high, you can't afford the insurance on the car, then you can't afford that car. You need to get something that you can afford. Um, most
Some
people
people
only
just buy things just to be buying them. And they
well,
don't
it's
worry about all that
people who
stuff.
buy a house in a neighborhood, um, but they can't afford to
To
live
live
in
there.
the house because they all of their money is going to pay for the house, so had they have no furniture. People
House of
do it.
devil.
Ooh, wait.
People do it. People do because they want you to believe that they live a certain lifestyle. They will buy a
Mhm.
house and they'll buy a car and they'll buy clothes and they'll be sleeping on an air mattress in that house. Nobody ever
I
gets
had
invited over to the house because there's no furniture in the house. But it's in the right neighborhood, it's in the right on the right side of town, and it has all the things. You can't afford it. You just, you know, not making it at all. You putting things on a credit card month to month, the bill's getting higher and higher. Um,
Okay, two things on that water filter thing. Mike says to make sure that you buy a small hose to go between the filter and the spigot. And Healy says that the picture doesn't say Pauline, but the description does. Yes, okay,
oh,
and 4 packs. Okay, for 24.99. Okay.
sounds like a good
Um,
deal.
Mike says it was fancy yet sporty for a luxury car. He's talking about, let's see, the car that he was, the car of his dream or something. See if
But
I can figure out how to make this go around.
I have to drive. I have to drive 2.5 hours to get my car serviced.
Ooh,
Um,
Lord,
so
it'll need servicing again by the time you get home.
it takes me all day, because I'm going to be there for at least an hour to get it serviced. It's even, but the thing is, I only get my car serviced twice a year. Actually, once a year, regular service. It's twice a year if something is up on a schedule maintenance. And I
That is
don't
good
mind
for him,
making
so.
the drive because I don't mind making the drive. But I knew it when I bought the car. I knew that that I was going to have to drive to Birmingham to get it serviced. I knew there was no place in town that could service the car.
So, God's desire for me says that her filters came with pressure hose.
Oh,
So maybe
mine
they
did not come with a hose or an extension. Mine is hooked straight to my faucet. It fit straight to my faucet, and then I put the hose on it, and it fits and it works fine.
Sweet
I could
Farm
have
said I
my
could
truck.
afford my truck, but the regular maintenance kind of sucked. I looked at what the stocks and crypto have done. That extra cash would be a whole brand
Oh,
new
brand
truck.
new truck. Yeah.
Laura says, and this is so true. I heard some people say rich people act poor, and they do, and poor people act rich. Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a room full of people, the richest person in there, you will not ever guess who it is.
Yep. Because they're not trying to look rich.
They don't care. They don't care to put their money on display.
So some of those filters have the hose to come with them, and some don't. So evidently, it's by different people.
Yeah, different brands because mine did not come with a hose, and I and he's talking about a short length of hose. I have
Hmm.
one. I have one of those that I used somewhere else. I didn't use that. I didn't need that, but you might need it. I could see where it would be handy to have. Man, it's hot in my house. I filled a mason jar with water to propagate indoor plants. Put outside, it's dry. It's only been 2 days.
Good night, beautiful Jungle. Thank you so much for coming. I certainly do appreciate you and your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike says hi to his house. He filled mason jars with water to propagate my indoor plants to put outside. It's dry. Only been 2 days.
Yeah,
Isn't he in oh, where is he at now?
Minnesota.
And why is it so hot at your house?
One of them M states that's cold. That's what I always say.
trying to figure out why you got the heat up so high. Open one of those doors. It'll take care
Because
of that.
it's probably cold outside. He might have snow in the backyard still. No, Mike's weather is crazy.
Wow.
It'd be 90 degrees one day. No, it'd be snow on the ground one day and 90 degrees the next. Well, not quite that drastic, but close.
You guys, you have a 17-minute warning.
Okay.
We I was going I was going to stop
17?
That's what
17-minute
she
warning.
said.
Now
She
it's
said
Oh,
16.
okay.
Yeah.
she says now it's 16 since you asked.
Oh, man.
It's supposed to go to 11:30, but it got to be interesting conversation. I hope that everybody got something from it. We talked about the soil issues that people are possibly having. Maybe it's the soil, maybe it's the soil mixture that people are um, doing themselves. But because so many people are using straight soil out the bag and they're having problems with it, I have a tendency to lean towards the soil in the bag. Um, Not composting long enough because you guys are buying this stuff so quickly because the gardening community has grown so within the past 4 years. I mean, you have just exploded. These people can't keep up with your demands.
The
So
other
they're
thing,
rushing
right.
through. I'm just speaking facts now. I don't know for sure. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
the
just
other
talking.
thing about the soil that we didn't talk about, Mike touched on it a little bit too. Those soil companies, those bags of soil have usually they have something in it for moisture retention, and they have fertilizer in them. If they get the mix wrong, yeah. If you get too much fertilizer on your plants, it'll kill them.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they get the mix wrong, and I mean that just can be a simple miscalculation, of a mixture, and it's just a bad batch.
Duval said she is going to tour a compost facility on Thursday. Please bring us back some feedback.
Oh yeah.
Because like I said, now listen, the demand for the soil, I'm not talking about dirt, I'm talking about soil, has gotten so high. They are probably, and I'm just speaking, not able to keep up with the demand. But they want the money. So they're pushing through. And that's why we're finding so much junk inside of our bags nowadays. I want that system Duval showed in that classroom. What system did she show in the
Oh
classroom?
yeah. Was that a
That
green stuff?
hydroponic system?
Oh, the
No.
hydroponic.
Ooh,
Yeah,
we.
that was pretty. That was nice.
Really? Did
I
she
had
go
they
to
got one
class
at
with
one of
her?
my other jobs.
So she went to a class to learn how to use it. She took a class.
No, it was her. Is it her grandson's class? She set
You
it up
80 degrees now in Florida. Tomorrow 95. Girl, keep that stuff down there.
for real. For real.
Don't
I
send
just
that
made a
this week.
scrubby while we were sitting here.
That's cute. What is that
This is
gonna be?
it's a scrubby. These are the ends from all the last ones I made. I just kept all the ends. I still have a few more ends, and I
Oh,
said
okay.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
make
even.
one.
What's a scrubby?
I use them to wash dishes. I wash all my dishes by hand because it's just me. I don't have that many dishes to wash, and so I wash by hand most of the time. I mean, when the kids are home or whatever, I use the dishwasher. If we have a family meal or something like that. But when it's just me cooking for myself, I use the scrubby to wash dishes with, and it doesn't scratch surfaces because it's polyester. I think it is. I don't know what this stuff is. I
But
don't know
yeah.
what but it's made out of scrubby yarn,
Oh, okay.
and this
That's
it's just
good.
a round thing to scrub. But you can use them to bathe with or to
Yeah.
wash anything with.
Interesting. Haley Mills says that she's a certified master composter, and took a free class offered by the county last year, and she's still waiting on her certificate.
Okay.
Congratulations. Great. Take advantage of that county money.
That's what I need to do is take a class with the county.
Let's see. Bernie Grimes here says lots of good information. I've enjoyed being on. You all have almost got me recruited to be a gardener.
You got
Listen, look,
everything you need.
look,
She went
look.
to the
Let's get
Soil
to this
Family
econ.
Expo last year with me, so she got seeds.
Oh,
She
she
got
does have
soil.
seeds.
She got trees in her yard, so she got soil. And I know she got containers in her house because she eat, eats food. And food comes in containers that you could garden in.
Duval, did I miss something? You say they're trying to find me one to bring home. They threw most of them away. Nobody wanted them. Wanted what?
What the what?
Wanted what? What's she talking
What?
about? Wanted didn't want what?
What was
That
it?
hydroponic unit that she had, it's the one, it's the
No.
standing up one that
What?
circulates
No,
the
she ain't talking about that. She ain't talking about that though. She talking about
water.
something else. She can't be talking about that now.
He said, no, don't say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, exactly.
What? What?
Yeah, Verdi
Oh,
Grimes. Come on, join the community. You see how much fun we have. Plus, the food is the best.
that's right. No E. coli and all that other stuff. It's all germ free. But I'm going to say to anybody who thinks that they have questions about their soil, please take it to the person you brought it from and just continue to just raise the question of, letting them know rather, that it has affected the growth of your plants or your seeds.
You can't get in here.
Say
You're
yes
not
to grow
muted.
tower in my video. Wow. They throw them away?
Wow,
We
I
got
can't
folks
believe
who
this
can use
boy.
those. You make sure you tell them that.
She
The
said the
grow
tower
lawyer.
Huh?
The
is
grow
your
lawyer. The grow tower in my video. Why would they
Yeah.
throw it away?
I don't know.
What?
Somebody has a question for you, GT. I'm gonna put it up for you to see.
Wow, the
No,
inventors of
I'm in my
Go ahead.
son's room and he got lights up, so I'm replacing all of them. So now I'm in my son's room.
You see strobe lights in there. What's going on? Where the wife
Yeah, he
at? You
got
make
the
me
little
feel hungry.
sticker. He got the lights he got for Christmas up. It's just lights that you put on the ceiling or whatever. They're pretty cool though.
my son has
Oh,
those too.
those
They
towels are
threw
super expensive.
away
They
the
certainly
new
are.
ones in the boxes.
They threw away the ones in the box.
Okay, say it again.
When you talk, this thing lights up.
Y'all hear my son?
Yeah, that's
Is it?
nice.
Say it again.
When you talk or a noise is happening, then the lights will like turn on.
So they're blinking according to his words. He's speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he could.
Wow.
He has that feature on it. That's weird, but this is the first time I knew. Yeah.
That's a lot of blinking going on in there. Mike says it's fancy. I just need one light, one still light. I don't need it to be blinking at me. I'd like to understand why they throw those away because I'm sure that the county or somebody paid for those. Why would they throw them away?
Mm.
That's kind of interesting that they wouldn't try to reach out and see if someone wanted them.
And they not cheap. One of the
No,
jobs that I take my clients and y'all sometimes I go on live and y'all hear um people playing pool in the background. They have one and they just ordered another one. I just gave them seeds and they've been asking me questions about gardening and stuff. I'm gonna try to get on their ticket so they can get a grant maybe and pay me to, do some classes and stuff. So,
right.
but no, they got two of them now. But they
Wow.
pretty cool. They pretty cool.
And they throw them away. That's heartening.
Wow.
That's disheartening. Wow, that's crazy. Right. So that's very smart of you. Since they want to throw some money away, let them throw the money your
Throw it
way.
my way. Yeah. Throw
Felicia,
some money at me. Go ahead.
is that your sweater you made?
Yeah. I love this sweater.
Oh, Healy says this live stream was awesome, very interactive and engaging and educational. I'm gonna play around with some more with live stream and try to do a live through that platform soon. We will be looking and listening. Mike, before she tries to bail out, will you put her channel name up again for me, please? And thank you for doing that. Um, You were awesome. Next time you coming back, I just want you to know that. And you don't have to worry about leaving so quickly because you're here to still talk with us. We enjoyed having you, Miss Healy. You are a blast and you are real and you're down to earth. And that's what I love about you. We're gonna come up with a solution and try to figure out what's going on with the soil. Um, I haven't had the problem, but I'm the kind of person, I'm an action person. If I get some soil and it's killing my plants, like you said with yours, but you had mixed yours with other things, so you don't know exactly which ingredient it was. But that happens to Miss Gail. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take whatever portion back up to Home Depot, Lowe's. That's usually where I get my soil from. Now I go to a feed and seed store and get my Fox Farm, but I have had no problems with Fox Farm and better not have a problem because that's $16 a bag. But
Right.
That's
if
top
I
of the
do have a
line.
problem, yeah, but I don't have no problem. Look, let me tell you what, that Fox Farm is the truth. But who's to say
Yeah.
that
Ocean
something happen next year? You know, who's to say?
It's not cooperating.
What are you doing?
Trying to give it the thumbs up.
Who you talking about? GT?
Now her
Who you looking
screen.
for?
There you go.
So is that like a device that you
Mm,
buy?
iPhone.
I it's the camera on my computer. It recognizes certain symbols and you can make it do hearts.
Did you downloaded that to your computer?
No, it's a MacBook. It's just it's part of their new FaceTime camera features.
So I don't
So if
have it
you
on mine.
so if you have an iPhone and you're
Right.
online, you can do that.
I'm an Android.
I'm an Android person. And see, it's not doing
Android for
it.
life.
Not
Android for
recognizing
life.
it.
So if you're an Android, how you said a Mac person or
I have
an
a
iPhone?
MacBook. My laptop is a MacBook.
So if I do that, it's not gonna do anything
No.
because I don't have the piece. But I do have a pretty heart.
There you go. Do a thumbs up. It's supposed to do a thumbs up. And if you do two thumbs up, it's supposed to do.
Mine doesn't do
For some
anything.
Fireworks?
reason,
Oh,
you
it
know,
don't see it or something?
it's supposed to do something different when you do two thumbs up.
Maybe
Yeah.
you have to hold it for it. Does one. It's doing
It does
one.
not doing the right thing. Try again. It's only seeing one thumb.
Put it
Mm.
in front of the camera like you
There
told
you
me.
go. There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go. Henry Mills says Android for life. Mike says Android for life.
Android for life, exactly. But I do have a Mac computer.
Thank you
Hmm.
for so much. We'll be looking for the updates on what you are doing with your experiments, and which is something that we all should be trying to do. Um, Finding metal inside and screws inside of a grow bag
You,
soil is
yeah,
not
you
acceptable.
shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't find
And the
that.
fact that you found that inside of your grow bag is enough for you to take it back. You don't have to make a special trip, especially if it's not up around the corner. But I would take that bag back, depleted as much as possible, and let them know what you found in there.
Yeah,
And if you start being like a squeaky wheel, they'll start making changes and doing better
yeah, I
because
agree.
the seed of a plant's root cannot grow through a piece of metal or grow through a screw. So it's
Right.
going to start the growth. Put this puts on a rock show.
Let me see if I can get it to do it. There you
Did it? Did it? Oh,
go.
oh my
Yep,
goodness! Look
yep.
at you, Felicia. Look at
That
your
would
fancy
be cool.
fancy. Look at you.
Yeah.
Wow. I hadn't seen that one before. I
Yeah.
like that
Hmm.
one. So everybody,
Got
I want to thank you for coming. And I appreciate all of you who show support to this channel here. And thank our lovely, lovely guest, Miss Healy Means. Make sure you go visit. Mike did he put it up again? I don't see it.
Did you put Healy's link up again, Mike? So people can go and support her channel.
Yeah, for the new people who came in. A good night, Duval. Keep us posted and stay cool. She said that was the Kellogg's soil from last year with the screws. This year
Yeah.
she bought
I
Stay Green garden
yeah.
soil.
I don't buy garden soil. I found that it has more trash in it.
It
So
has a lot.
I will get raised bed soil on occasion, and I'll get potting soil.
Well, she
Um,
said she just found this Stay Green has few pieces of plastic and glass, but no metal. But that's just as bad.
that's just as bad. I don't get the garden soil. It seems like the garden soil is just lower quality, and the bags are about the same price. I'm like, why would I pay the same price for garden soil that I can pay for raised bed container soil and get a better quality, or for potting soil? It just depends. If the price is about the same, I'll get potting soil.
Texas
Because
Lala,
I
what's the
haven't
brand?
had a problems. I haven't found any trash in the potting soil. I buy Kellogg's all the time, but I've only found um
God.
like bark, big pieces in it, and I just use it for mulch. I sift it. I save that aside. Those bigger pieces, I save them aside, and then I use them for mulch.
So we have potting soil and we have potting mix. Now, okay. Texas Lala has potting mix. You don't have
Let
did
me
you
let me
find anything in that? Because it's
let me
obviously a
pull
different.
up the Kellogg soils.
What's the brand name of the potting mix?
So
Texas
Kellogg
Lala.
has raised bed and potting mix, and they also have a garden soil. And they have another one too. That's a pink bag and the green bag. There's another one. There's a blue bag, isn't there? Yep.
Yeah, they have a blue bag.
So the Patio Plus Premium Outdoor Potting Mix, raised bed potting, raised bed and potting mix.
You use a Kellogg's Duval that's the yellow bag.
It's the yellow,
Yellow
and
bag.
they have an all natural potting mix. I've used that one before. That's the blue and yellow bag. They have the raised bed and potting mix, which is the pink and yellow bag. And then they have the green and yellow bag, which is the garden soil. I've never used the garden soil one. The raised bed and potting mix is okay. It does have some bigger pieces in it. And then the all natural potting mix, the blue and yellow bag, that one, to me, that's the better quality of the three. Um,
So you buy the pink bag, Duval. So is that the pink bag of potting mix?
Hold on, let me see. The pink bag says raised bed and potting mix. So it's for raised
Hmm.
beds and pots. And yeah.
So okay, two things. The Pro Mix, yeah, that Pro Mix, I've never had a bunch of junk in on the Pro Mix. That's a combusted one, the one that's compacted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even use. I've used both of them. The compact one and the one that comes in that big old bale that
Hmm.
has mycorrhiza in it. Yeah, that
Yeah.
Pro Mix is a beast.
Yeah.
So is that
The
you saying it's
garden
good,
soil,
GT?
I won't buy the garden soil.
GT, you saying that the Pro Mix is good, that it's better?
It's,
Yeah, but that's for I don't know. That seemed a little expensive for just regular growing, like in the
I'm
ground?
if if I buy the Pro Mix, I've used Pro Mix before. If I buy the Pro Mix, I'm gonna probably put it in my containers. Like
Definitely container growing.
I'm gonna put it
Definitely.
in my containers and not raised beds, small containers. Yeah, small
Uh,
containers. If I'm gonna have a container that's gonna have a tomato in it and maybe some basil, I might use the Pro Mix for that.
so it
Cause
looks
I'm
that's
not
like the
50,
promise is
$60 a
about what the
bale.
promise is. Huh?
right. I'm not gonna use if I'm doing a raised bed, I might even use the garden soil for that. And I'm gonna but that's gonna be the bottom.
Oh, Miss Georgia Peach Nut. Remember
Uh-huh.
that raised garden bed I put on in your live?
Right.
I hooked it up.
You gotta hook. We can't see it tonight.
Oh, I got a video I'm dropping, but it's nice. It's nice. I
Oh,
did
we
a
need to
whole
see that. When we
process.
gonna see it?
I put all the steps in there that I had available. But yeah, I really, yeah,
What else
I'm
you
gonna
put
drop
in
it in a
there?
few. I put some logs in there. I put some leaves in there. I put some garden soil in there, which is topsoil for me. I
Yeah.
put some what's that stuff? Um,
Cardboard.
um, definitely. I put the the weed barrier. Then I put the cardboard. Then I put the logs in there. Then I put leaves in there, and then I put topsoil in there. I had
Topsoil.
4 20-gallon containers. I dropped those all in there. Then I put what's that? Peat moss and what's the other stuff?
Cocoa core. Okay.
Miracle Grow, and yeah, that's what I did, and I
Wow.
put onions in it.
And
It's
all
a
that's
big
got
bed.
almost
It's
200 onions that you're growing. Yes,
yes, yes.
200 onions.
I
Okay.
did it on somebody's live, but yes, it's nice.
You
I
put it
got
together
onions
on
in
my
there.
line, but we didn't see you plant anything.
I planted it on what's that lady name? Um
Miss T?
um no, she does the Wild Out Wednesday. She's real good with the Family Feud. Um
Oh.
oh man, what's her name? I forgot her name. She does live. She just got to the community not too long ago, from my understanding. And yeah, I did it on her live. I put it all together and stuff. But yeah,
Okay, well, we're looking for that video that you're gonna drop.
yeah, and there's some other news gonna be in there too. So watch out for the next video, y'all. If y'all don't mind,
Okay,
it's pretty cool.
keep
Yeah,
us
yeah, yeah,
hanging. Keep us
yeah, yeah,
hanging.
yeah. That's
Throw that
ain't
dangle that
that what
carrot out
broke
there.
do? Broke say,
Huh?
watch this, y'all. I'm gonna mess them up. They ain't even gonna know what's coming. That what broke do. My Georgia boy, yeah, yeah.
Have
But yeah,
everybody
I'm gonna
waiting
drop
and
it.
everything. Yeah, we waiting to see the
Yeah.
video. So everybody, the final thing here, everybody seems to like the Pro Mix, even though they say it's a little pricey. But
Yeah.
Mike says there's no sticks and stuff in it.
Yeah. I've never had
No.
any problem with Pro Mix, but it's
Mm-mm.
it's pricey. Yeah.
What kind of
Yes.
amendments does it have? Like mycorrhiza and stuff like that in it?
Some of them have mycorrhiza. There's different kinds of Pro Mix that you can actually purchase, and they have certain ones that have specifics on it or whatever. But
Hmm.
I don't know how true it is. Some people say that you can't actually harvest mycorrhiza after it's dried. So I don't even know.
Wow,
I don't
really?
know.
So they
I
can say
don't
they got
know.
anything in there. You just won't
I don't
ever
know how
tell.
true it is, but yeah.
Somebody hurt my feelings when they told me that rock dust don't give you nothing. I said, what? It's like some things you just ignore. They told me that. I said, I ain't listening
I
to
didn't know
you.
that. How you know
I
that?
don't use a lot of amendments, honestly. I don't.
But mycorrhiza,
I don't have mycorrhiza. I don't have perlite. I don't have vermiculite.
ah,
I don't have azomite. I don't use black cow. I don't use none of that. I use compost out my compost bin, and I use the soil that I found on sale.
Well, your compost more
I,
than likely has all of that in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you
but
don't have I don't compost, so I have to add stuff.
yeah.
You know.
Azomite. That's what I meant to say. Azomite. Somebody said that the A to Z
Hmm.
minerals are not true, and that hurt my feelings because I wanted to believe that it is true. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna act like I didn't hear them, and I'm gonna keep on using my rock dust,
Yeah.
especially for like fruit trees and stuff. Some things you just don't want to accept, and I'm gonna be biased and say I'm not gonna accept it.
Are you willing to go
And
further and give
I
us
don't use blood meal or bone meal or that. Now I do use fertilizer
what
because I
kind?
got some.
What kind?
I don't know. I've had it
Yes,
for
I
20
am.
years. I don't know. I
10, 10,
got
10,
I got some 888 and some 10 10 10.
13, 13, and
I,
13,
I don't know what it is. I
10,
go
10,
and I
10.
scoop up some out of it and I put it in the wheelbarrow with the mix and I mix it all in together and I put it in the beds.
Now
But you
my
say you
hydroponic
don't put that in
nutrients
your
are like
grow
that.
bags or your containers, though, do you?
Well, maybe if I'm repotting, when I up pot my trees, yeah, I do. Or I up pot my trees, I will mix that soil, the new soil, up. I'll put some fertilizer in it, and I will when I put them into the bigger pot and the new soil around it. I sure do put some fertilizer in it.
Kelly Mills, that's why when I use my Happy Frog, which I am in love with, and I stretch it, I don't take all the soil out of my bags, out of my grow bags. I will take my little auger, loosen everything up, and then I will take the I take out the top part, and then I take the Happy Frog and pour it in there and mix it in because I want my roots to get some of that nutrients, and then I will fill the rest of the bag up with something like some Stay Green or whatever, But I want my roots to be in some good soil, so I
Yeah,
make sure that the Happy Frog is down in the bottom. So the bag, I may use a fourth of the bag, and then I do the same thing with another bag. That would last me for about 3 bags before I have to open up another one. So I make it stretch. It's expensive, but it works.
I
Yeah, that
probably
happens.
use
What?
about
What? Use black velvet
maybe
mushroom? Okay.
maybe a quart, maybe 4 cups of fertilizer
Oh,
in
in one area?
in my whole garden
Oh, okay.
in a
Okay.
year, maybe. And that's me. That's all of my containers, all of my raised beds, all of my trees, all
You're
maybe.
not putting that 10, 10, 10 close to your roots now because it'll burn them.
I put the 10 10 10 in the soil. I told you I put everything in the wheelbarrow.
But
I got 20 20 22.
I
I
put
got it
it
all.
in the wheelbarrow. I
oh
put
God.
Come on.
I'll put a bag of if I put a bag of soil in, I will take the wheelbarrow and I will take my shovel and my compost and I'll shovel as equal part compost in there. I put sand. I use construction sand, play sand, whatever sand I have. I put some sand in there. I put some native soil in there. When I dig the holes for my trees, when I dig the hole in the ground where I'm gonna put the tree, I take that native soil out the ground and put it in the wheelbarrow because I'm gonna mix some stuff up in it, and I will put some fertilizer that some of that 888 10 whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. I just take some and put some in there and I mix it all up in there together.
And you pour
And
that stuff on
right
top of the roots
right
and
there
everything.
on the roots of my trees. I ain't killed a single tree I planted. Every single tree I've planted is still alive.
Okay, well that's a blessing.
But I
That,
don't put
that,
a lot. That's what I'm saying. I don't put a lot.
It's the dosage, huh?
The dose that makes the poison.
Look at this, y'all.
It's
This
the
is
dose.
0050. It's
Right.
about the dosage.
It's the dose that makes the
are
poison.
those pellets or is that granular or what? Powder.
You
This
asked
is a
me.
powder,
Okay.
You asked
and
me
I
what.
have a lot of it.
You mix it with water?
Yeah, but I'm talking about molasses, everything. Everything comes in a hydroponic line. This is cane sugar.
You're talking about
Yeah.
hydroponic. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You asked me
Okay.
what I was putting on my muscadines. It's lime. It's pelletized lime.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called.
Now I got some of that seaweed extract. I haven't even used it for some reason.
And I just sprinkled that on it too. I don't do nothing special. I take a solo cup and I dig in the bag and get some in a cup. And I walk over there to my muscadines and I go,
So why are you putting lime on your muscadine, man?
because the man that's got the muscadine, the grape, the vineyard up in Macon County, Georgia, said you cannot put too much lime on these around here. I said, okay. He said, I said, what you using? He said this. I said, okay. And I get a cup and I go, and I don't worry about it. And the next time I think about it, I go get a solo cup and I scoop some out and I go, and I shake it out. You know, see, this is how I don't, there's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I was told by a man that's his business. He grows them. He has a vineyard. He makes wine. You can go, he has a you pick vineyard. You can go pick them. He has really good muscadines out there. I asked him what he did. He says, pour lime to him. They
So are
like,
your
they like it.
muscadines coming out of a grow bag or out the ground?
They in the ground.
Okay, so that's see, I'm in a grow bag. I have to be careful. Duval says, "What is your opinion on growing out of the soil bag? Do you mean actually using, like keep like okay? I did some potatoes and did a video where I had an empty soil bag and I put some potting soil in there and I put the potatoes in there and then I covered them up. I haven't shown it to you guys, but that's actually growing up. Is that what you're talking about, Duval?
Is she
There's a
talking about just cutting a hole in the bag and actually just putting your plants in there, or dropping your seeds in the actual package of the? Hey, if you that's a raised garden bed right there. Poke
Yeah.
you some
I've
holes in the
seen
bottom
people
of it too.
seen people do it. I've seen people do it. I would say it depends on what you're growing. Don't try to grow anything that's finicky
Put
in
a
the
tomato
bag.
plant in there because you know
But
the grow bag
if you're
actually
growing
gives you
lettuce,
the,
if you're
the,
growing
the
lettuce, grow it out the bag.
Yep,
I would
bok
take
choy,
that
all that. Yeah.
everything and put a tomato plant in there because tomato plants grow very deep. Their roots grow deep. So I
Yeah,
will put a tomato plant in there and it will have all the room that it needs to grow.
that's
Now
if you
even
have
Mills
it
is
sitting
cracking me up
upright.
here.
But what she's talking about is where they just lay the bag on the ground on its side.
Yeah.
You cut down the middle and down the sides, and you open it up, and then you plant your plants in it.
Yeah,
It's just
okay.
Hmm.
it's just a raised bed with the bag being the bed. That's all.
But but you have to be careful what plants you put in there because of the roots. The roots
That's
you
right.
got to look at how
Shallow,
much room
if
you
it's
need
a shallow
for roots.
rooted thing, if you growing lettuce in there, you growing bok choy in there, you'll be doing fine. But you growing something like you can't grow carrots in it. You
No,
can't
no,
grow nothing that grows
no
that's gonna go down.
tomatoes, no
You can't
Can't
collard.
grow
grow,
moringa in it.
can't do
No,
no
none of
you
that.
can't do mullein in it. You can't do stuff that has a big thick root. Well, they'll punch right through it.
Yeah,
Some of them punch right through it.
and it'll die. Here the meal. Now you say you have triple 10, triple 16, and citrus avocado granular fertilizers right now, and I'm using the triple 10 for everything and citrus avocado for my fruit trees. They're the ones in the container, right?
Okay, the citrus avocado ones. No, I don't know. I don't know. That's probably fine. I don't know.
This is what I'm using for my sugar cane because my chickens ate part of it, so I got it. I'm using this.
Bat guamo
Yeah,
guamo.
bat
Yeah.
poop. Bat poop.
You using guano? What's
What you got to say about that, FR?
not a thing. Not a thing at
We've
all.
been.
You
Oh,
not a thing. People use rabbit poop and chicken poop, and that poop is poop is poop. Use cow poop. I
Oh
don't use
Lord.
I don't use no poop in my yard. I use earthworm poop in my yard in my garden. I'm just saying.
I use this indoors. This is my indoor stuff
You using
because
back guano inside? Well, you are. You do.
what should I use? What should I mean I need some kind of fertilizer and I need it for the sugar cane and I don't want to put just what are they talking about over there? I don't just want to use anything, so
Mike is yeah. Mike's wife is home. Um
Duval City Girl said,
Duval, I
is that
don't
good
know.
or grapes?
I don't know. All I can say is well, muscadines aren't truly a grape. They're not actually not in the same family.
They're not. They're not in a grape family.
It's a different. They're different. They're different. Different. Anyways, muscadines don't grow like the true grapes grow because the muscadines are native here, and the true grapes are not native here, and so they're a native species here. So that they're going to grow different than something that's not native here, and you're trying to make the environment fit for them.
Yeah.
So there's that. And the other thing is, this is from a person who grows here in the next county over. I'm taking this advice from. I can't tell you about sandy soils in Florida with a water table that's just 6 inches down. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you about that.
mm,
I
mm.
got a loamy soil, clay loamy soil here. Um, it's a whole different ball game. And it doesn't work for it wouldn't work for raised bed or container gardening because your soil is so different than the soil here. I'm talking about growing them in the native soil here in Alabama, and that's the
Mhm.
advice that he gave for that. So
Yeah. He was
Why
saying,
y'all
see
don't grow
how
sugarcane or sorghum?
me personally,
Both of y'all.
I have a neighbor, a friend up the street, and used to be a coworker who grows sugar cane. So when I want some cane, I can get some. That's
Mm.
number one. Number two, I don't want sugar cane. It
What?
serves no useful purpose for me.
I want sugarcane because I want everything really, considering that we're going through this period of time where everything's got issues, and I do like to use sugar from time to time or make some syrup. I am going to try sugarcane again. I did try it before, maybe 4 years ago, and it didn't work out. So I'm going to try it again and see what happens.
I grew sugarcane here. They was thin, but I grew sugarcane here.
But GT Junior, what did you do with it?
I took it, I wrapped it in newspaper, I wet the
No,
newspaper, I
no, no.
let it.
When
Hmm.
you harvested it, what you do with it?
My chickens keep eating it down.
I ain't got no chickens. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to waste space and time to grow something that I have no use for. I mean,
My son has never had sugarcane before. So when I bought the sugarcane, I bought enough to actually grow. They don't I bought enough to grow and I was able to give him some. We have a thing to do it, but I don't know where it's at. I gave him that. He said that was a very good fruit, and I told him, no, this is a grass, son. So I really want to grow it in the garage, and then take it out in the summertime, and him be like, yeah, you really can grow this stuff. That's what I want to do.
well, there's a little town right up the road that has a fall festival every year, and they have it's the syrup sopping festival, and
Oh,
they grind sugar cane there. I mean, if I want some sorghum, I can get sorghum locally. If I want sugarcane, I can get sugarcane locally. So it's not something I can't get, but I don't have a use for it. That's what I'm saying. There's no use for it for me.
Well,
I
it's a
don't.
use
mm.
for it for me because I do like using sugar. Healy Mills say, you see how these companies come up
Right.
with so many different names for poo, castings, guana, manure. Just say poo.
Oh,
They're gonna get inventive. It's just like with tiger melon. They're gonna call tiger melon spotted melon one day. It's just because they're trying to do marketing. That's
Yeah,
all. They trying to get that dollar. Capitalism. I see.
Mike says his state bill on swamps pretty much Pete blog. Pete blog. And Duval
Bog.
says he has three different types of grapes. They are growing crazy. Okay, good. We need to see that. And
Yeah.
Haley says,
I think I might have
wow.
some sorghum. No, I don't have sorghum seed, but I don't need any.
I got some, and I'm trying. I just want to do it. Like
But I mean,
I want to grow food.
I got wheat seed, and I'm not gonna eat that either.
I just
What
gave my
does it
chicken
mean by you
some.
doing a haul video? What does that mean? I'm just for that I'm doing a haul video. Did we miss something? I can
Like a
Um,
seed haul video or Amazon haul video, just meaning that he's collecting, I
he got
believe.
something. He got something, and he's
Yeah.
gonna show us what he got.
I'm gonna
and
try
he
my hand at grapes too. Knowing I know better, but I'm gonna try.
who was that
I
said
want now.
they
See, I want some grapes, some different varieties of grapes. I just have the muscadine. And let me tell you about the um the muscadines that I have are from seed.
oh, you started from seed.
I had some muscadines. I don't remember who gave them to me. Somebody, either a friend gave them to me, or I bought them at a local market, whatever. And I was eating them out in the patio and spitting the seeds out into one of my containers out there. I didn't mean to
Hmm.
grow them. In fact, I wasn't even gardening that year. I just had a container out on my patio, and they came up. And one day, my husband said, "Are you going to do anything with these muscadine vines?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's put them in the ground." So we
That's
dug
what's
them out
up.
the container and put them in the ground. And
I got
He is a mess,
I got
boy. She said,
scub
I'm gonna be right there when you upload that video and dragging you for
scubmadime.
mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you go on. I'm sorry. You
I
go
got muscadine and scummadine from like 3 years ago in the
on.
freezer. I bought them
What?
from Piggly Wiggly when I went home. Yeah, I went home to see my mama and the rest of my family. And in Georgia, they sell scummadine and muscadines
oh
at
yeah,
Piggly Wiggly.
they sell them at the grocery store. Publix has them every year. When they're in season, you can get them here everywhere. And like I said, I and people have them. My coworkers all gardened. So
Hmm.
when harvest time came and you come to work, you go in the break room and there would be tomatoes and squash and corn and the whole nine. Because what do you do with the stuff when you have more than your family can use? You bring it to work and you take home what you want.
So God's desire for me says she has sorghum seeds, but she haven't planted them yet. Okay.
They're pretty plant. Oh man, I keep thinking I put the mute on, but no,
Why?
they're pretty plant when
Mike,
they started off.
Mike got even more seeds.
Oh
Mike got a
wow.
lot of seeds.
Hey,
Mike has a store.
Healy
You,
asked if wife bought me some seeds. Okay. And
Mike
he
has a
said
store. That's how many seeds he has.
he did today, did a day ago. So his wife goes and buys him seeds. Is
mm-hmm.
that
And
how
then
he
they
gets?
have them sales. Oh my gosh. When they have them 6 cent seeds,
Ooh, 6 cents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
He need to
yeah,
get where he getting seeds for 6 cents at?
Menards.
Menards, I think. Yeah,
Who?
Right. You
Menards.
don't here. Menards.
Like where
Who
is
is
that?
right?
Sound like it's on another planet.
And Mike don't play. When they have 6 cent seed, he gonna drop $200.
Whoa. That's at the whole market. So
Right.
he go buy
I told you he
everything.
got a store.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. You guys on a 12-minute warning for real this time though. Diva says she has stevia seeds but haven't planted them yet. Come on, you guys, plant this
BT
stuff.
Jr. got him. BT Jr. got it growing.
Oh, he got the stevia growing.
I think so. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are growing stevia. I don't like stevia.
Now she says, okay, so Healy, yeah, GT's growing it. She says she heard they're difficult to germinate.
They are. But then they say celery is hard to germinate, but I germinated it almost every time. So it just knowing the soil temperature that it prefers and just monitoring it.
That's
Oh,
why I don't grow stuff. I have no idea what any soil temperature anything prefers, and guess what? Guess what? I kill stuff. I kill seeds all the time.
Nikki said something about you a long time ago in the chat. I can't remember.
Yeah,
She
she
called you a
did.
murderer.
She did. Because I posted that video. My
Oh,
propagation
Lord.
station where seeds come to perish.
She called you a
Oh
seed
yeah.
murderer. The name
It's
is
funny
not
because that tray actually had plants in it that were alive. My lemongrass is still in that tray and it's doing fine. But it's one of the few things that actually survived.
he got for 600. He got for what he say $30 600 pets. Hey Jessica, how you
Oh
For
doing?
wow.
$30, he got 600 packets of seeds. 600. Wow.
600.
600. And of the 600, 300 of them were plants that produce seed that you can collect, like the squash.
Yeah.
That each squash produces about 600, actually 6,000 seeds.
Wow.
Mhm.
And he collects those too. So yeah,
Wow.
what I'm saying.
Jessica, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Duval says she has stevia from 2 years ago, celery from a side sprout growing. Wow. She down there in Florida,
Celery
huh?
is so easy. I took the celery, I chopped it, I removed some of the thing, I left it in the bag. I left it in the bag and it sprouted. I didn't do anything to it. It's not in the
Well,
water. It's not in no thing.
I've grown celery from store bought celery.
That's what I'm talking about. It's store bought. It's sitting in there now. I'm like, how?
I chop the celery and go and put the root in the ground and it will grow. Put the base of it in the ground. I'll just take it outside. It's like onions, store bought onions. I'll cut the bottom off of them and stick them in the soil in a minute. It'll grow. And
Mhm.
I'll eat onion tops for a long time and eventually it will bulb
So Dollar Tree has seeds 10 for 10. Are they
on occasion. Dollar store. Not I don't know if Dollar Tree does
dollar
it, but
store? With dollar store, I'm sorry.
dollar stores have the exact same seeds that the Dollar Tree have, and sometimes they will be 10%.
Might say he gave away most of them. Who did he give them to y'all?
Well,
Everybody.
he does give away seeds. I gotta let Bella in. I'll be
All
He
right
right.
does
back.
give away a lot of seeds.
Yes. And Haley, how you pronounce it? Haley means highly. How you pronounce it?
Healy means like
Heal.
Haley
healy.
means.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, I would say use very little, very light soil on top of it. So plant it in whatever pot you're going to use, and then maybe do like two or three different little containers of it, and then sprinkle like cocoa core or put a little bit of cocoa core on the top of it, very, very light, and maybe put like a Ziploc bag or something like that over the top of it, and it'll retain that moisture. And just try different methods and see which one fits your climate better.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, because I did solo cups. I did some with the little sandwich bag on top of the solo bag. I mean the solo cup, and that worked. I did it without it. I just spritzed it every couple of days or whatever. So yeah,
That's growing the seed, the stevia.
yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's some good advice because I think I have some stevia seeds in here I hadn't used too, and they may be old, but I'll still try. Um,
I mean, because I need help with um um hibiscus. Hibiscus. I can't get it to germinate to save my life. Oh my
oh
goodness!
wow. What does
I
it say
keep
on the
trying, it
package?
won't do it.
Cold stir from, I can't even say it. Stratified, cold stratified, or anything like that.
Hmm.
Is there some special treatment you have to do to your seeds for your hibiscus to get them to germinate? Somebody's talking about giving out somebody the address. Uh because he's got all those seeds. Healy says, Mike's Chaotic Garden about to Google your address. I'm coming to get those seeds. Just put them outside on the squirrel feeder.
Mm-mm.
You got a
That's
squirrel feeder. I hope he's not feeding the squirrels.
yes, he is.
Mm.
Really?
Yes, Mike is. Um, GT Junior said something. What did he say? Oh, hibiscus. Um, do you use a heat mat?
I will.
Try with a heat mat.
Okay.
That heat mat works wonders. A lot of people don't realize if you're trying to germinate seeds, use that heat mat. And then once they come up and get the second set of leaves, you can just go on ahead and cut the heat mat off.
Yeah, if you have a heat mat, use a heat mat with the hibiscus. But I don't. I've never grown hibiscus, but Jamaican sorrel is in the same kind of family with that, and it likes to germinate with warm. It likes the heat. I germinate my Jamaican sorrel in my garage, and it gets hot in there. I actually germinate most things in the garage. It's just a lot of things just like it really warm, so I put it in the garage, and I it just gets hot in there. I mean, it's 80 degrees outside. It's 100 almost 100 degrees in there, and those seeds pop up fast.
Hmm. They
So
love the
yeah.
heat.
So sorry.
No, there you go. Are you talking to somebody?
Go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's you. We waiting on
You.
you.
No, what Mike was saying about the cling wrap or whatever, saran wrap or whatever, that works too if that's something that you have better access to. Um, just the saran wrap stuff, you can put it on a solo cup or whatever you're using just to contain that moisture and get the greenhouse effect.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah.
But when it comes down to certain herbs, I prefer to buy them. When it comes down to stevia, mint, and rosemary, those are the ones that I will buy the starts versus starting them from seed
Oh,
in a
really?
heartbeat.
You have a problem with
Yes.
mint? Oh man,
From
It
seed.
takes a long time, but mint, if you go get spearmint, orange mint, apple mint, there's like 10 mints that you can go buy and just drop them anywhere and just harvest. Instead
Well,
of putting all these seeds in there, go ahead.
yeah.
one of the mints you can't get chocolate mint. I think is the one you can't get seeds for it. There's no such thing as a seed for it. It's a cross.
Really?
And they try to sell it to you too,
They
and
try to
there's
sell
no
you chocolate
seed.
mint seeds, but there's no
Yes,
seed for chocolate mint.
yeah. It's just like broke when he bought them potato seeds, them sweet potato seeds.
You bought sweet potato seeds?
Now
Oh,
there might be a
that
sweet
was so
potato seed,
funny.
but I don't know what you're gonna get when you grow it because
It
these
was
sweet potatoes have
funny.
flowers.
Is Mike
It was
over
when he
there making
first
friends with
started,
squirrels? What's wrong with him?
and you know it.
What?
Mike, is he making friends with squirrels?
Yes, he has
So
videos.
Duval is trying to
He
root
feeds
some
them.
rodents? Huh?
He feeds them,
Oh man, that's crazy. Really?
and he waters them. He changes the water for them every day.
He ain't gonna never get rid of them.
Well, they don't eat his stuff. They have a pack. Evidently, it works for him.
Oh, so he speaks squirrel now. Yes.
Duval, I've never tried to germinate roses from cuttings.
I've seen videos.
Rosemary, I did rosemary in my arrow garden, and it grew. It germinated like fine. It grew, and then it died. I think the mullein killed it.
So your hibiscus is doing good, Healy. That's good. Then Mike said rosemary is easy to buy too.
Easier to buy than it is to
Yeah,
grow
but
from
he was
seed.
saying y'all don't have um, chocolate mint plants out there where you live, here we got them all over here.
Bella, this is not for you. Sit
Mike
down.
keeps saying something about Thursday. He gonna drop some videos on Thursday. I'm be looking to see what he's gonna be doing.
I might drop something tomorrow.
I
I,
dropped two before I
I
came
might
on.
go live tomorrow since I've been live every day since Sunday. I might as well go live tomorrow.
I'm saying, I'm saying, go all the way on up to Saturday. I'll be
Might
there.
well,
I'll
hi,
be
Bella.
singing Michael Jackson them song. I'll be there.
You gonna speak? He said no.
Yeah,
Do
chocolate.
a week.
I got chocolate mint running crazy out there in my yard. I've got all kinds of mint. Once it hits the ground and you don't catch it before it hits the ground, you can just kiss your ground goodbye.
Can't you
Mint.
bag some of that up and send it to me?
Yes, I certainly will.
I'll meet you in Noonan.
Okay. Listen, my neighbor up the street, everybody who comes in my yard pulls up mint. I said, just go on and pull it up. And it comes up by the root. I can't stop. Mint is horrible. Mint grows through your grow bag. It grows through my grow bags. It chokes out my trees. It chokes out my berry bushes. It killed um, my boysenberry bush that was out there, which was a very productive bush. It's horrible. I didn't know mint was just that bad. It's bad. And no, not
It's
mint.
that
Not
bad?
just mint. Yeah, strawberries too. Strawberries grew up through the grow bag and they choked out a tree, my best apple tree, choked it out. I got
Mm.
strawberries. Yeah,
I
I put
have
a video
one
last year.
container of mint. It has peppermint and spearmint in it. One container. I've had these containers are at least 10 years old, and it doesn't go down to the ground, it doesn't go through the roots, there's nothing. The container's
So
two
it's
feet
sitting on the
tall,
ground.
maybe 2 feet tall. Yeah.
Yay,
And maybe
Roland has landed.
maybe
Yay.
1 by 1 square container. And
Yay.
it's just mint. And it just I've shown it many, many times. I have no mint on the ground around it. It's in
But
that
I'm
container.
saying,
Mm.
so the container has a water, like a little thing that it catches the water in, so the roots cannot go through the hole and get to the ground.
No,
Okay.
it can, but I guess they don't go down 2 feet.
I don't
I
believe that
guess
about your mint.
it's shallow rooted or something
I
because
don't understand that about your mint, huh? Because my mint, my grow bags is like this, and they go all the way down. They punch a hole through the grow bag, and they root themselves in the ground. I have mint all over my property over there. I have. I made a mistake too. This is for when you don't know when you're gardening. I thought I have a cute little island and put some little white rocks around it, and I put some mint and some green onions. And what else did I put there? Didn't know anything. Didn't know that they were. You cut my grass, you smell mint, green onions, and the strawberries all over the place.
I have green onions and oregano in my yard from 20 years ago. And it's finally getting smaller, but
Mine is
they got
growing.
wild and they spread, but it gets mowed every 2 weeks now, and it's finally getting smaller. I think what happens is during the summertime when it gets really droughty and dry, that
Mhm.
they begin to die back, and that's got them year after year because I don't water them.
When
They don't
people
get no
say
water.
they can't grow strawberries, I don't understand it because I don't pay mine no attention, and they just grow like mad.
I kill strawberries every year. I'm not buying another strawberry plant. If the ones out there die, that's it. That's the
I'll let
last
you
one.
come out here and just walk on my land. Maybe you can kill some of the stuff I got growing up over here because it's a nuisance. When it starts growing up and through the grow bag and choking out my other plants, especially my other fruit trees and fruit bushes, we got a problem. We got a problem. And the strawberries are, I don't understand it. They grow up and then there's a bunch of them growing up through there and they take over the whole grow bag. Nothing but strawberries. Good night, Bernie. Thank you so much for
I
coming.
ain't know it was that strong.
Yeah, they're real strong. The Ozark, that's what I have, Healy. I have the Ozark strawberries. Watch them suckers. Watch them.
Wow. Maybe I'll get
Hmm.
some Ozarks next time. No, I ain't getting no more. I done said it. I meant it. I'm getting no more.
You said you've seen people plant strawberries underneath their trees. Yeah, okay. They say it as a mulch to protect the tree roots.
The
I
tree
ain't putting
roots
none
don't need no
underneath mine.
protecting.
Uh-uh.
What tree roots need protecting from what?
Well, if you don't have any mulch on top of it, because your trees and other, especially fruit trees and other fruit bushes, they have the tap root that goes down and gets all the water and nutrients in the bottom, and then you have the feeder roots on top. And I guess to keep the moisture there so you don't have to water it as much, it helps hold in the moisture. But I would be afraid with strawberries, like I would be afraid with mint because they're crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, I don't water my fruit trees much. I will water the ones that have been in the ground for more than 2 years. I don't water them at all. I mean, unless we're in a serious drought situation, the rain gonna water them. They better acclimatize to this area. Y'all
These are
better
pretty cool.
do what you do.
Oh, you got your red grow bag. Look at there. What is that? A five? That's a 5 gallon or a 3 gallon?
This a 10.
That's a 10. Oh, okay.
It don't look like 10,
It sure
but
do look like 5 or it look like 7.
It
yeah,
looks like it
it
may
don't
be
look like
7 or 5.
10. I guess it's taller than.
Okay, this is the 5 and that's the 7. I thought it was the 10.
I was like, that's a small 10. Who is that by?
And see, it's got the so you can harvest from right here or whatever. Yeah, I'm
It's
about
like
to do my
Oh, the
potatoes.
potato bag.
potato grow bag.
Yeah, this is my
Did you
potatoes. I
see
got
the air pots that Jessica had last night? Did I see Jessica come in? Hey, Jessica. I forgot to speak.
yeah, those are pretty cool. Those are real cool.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. This is a 2 minute warning, and it's a real one this time because evidently somebody over there don't know how to stop the live stream.
She talking about you, Mike.
I'm talking about
Mike
you.
said, I mean, GT.
GT
No,
Junior.
no,
No,
I'm
she
doing
talking
it
about
now.
you.
GT Junior's goal is to keep us on here as long as he can.
That's my goal.
That's his
That's
goal.
what I do.
That's what he
That's what I
gets.
do.
He comes in at the warning and say, "Let's see how long I can keep him up there."
Well, let me
Like,
read
it's
everything.
been an hour since the last warning.
Mike says his strawberries are dead. He said he had 10 plants giving berries all summer, didn't survive, was my favorite garden tree. Healy says he's seen gardeners plant strawberries under their fruit trees. Okay, but we know, to me, that's a bad idea, but go ahead on. She has Ozark strawberry plants that she wants to transfer to her green spot. That's a good idea. Verdi said good night. Thank you for coming, Verdi. And we're going on down to somebody. Mike told Felicia to stay strong. She's always strong, Mike. Yes.
Yeah, because I went from I'm not buying no more strawberries to maybe I should get some of these.
Okay.
I can never
Yeah.
stop growing
No more
strawberries. I
strawberries.
love strawberries.
I stopped and
And
got some fresh picked strawberries today. I'm getting ready to go pick some more tomorrow. Gonna
Sister
put the ones
Seven
I got
Meal
today
got
in the
you.
freezer.
Heavy Meal said
Is
something
somebody
about
else gonna go live? I gotta do these potatoes now.
you gonna be doing the potatoes by yourself.
Somebody go live.
It's so
Duval
fun.
says that's a peekaboo potato one that Mike says, and Duval says she has the green grow bags like that for her potatoes. Heather Mill said, wait, we got to see what GT Junior grows it in Alaska about to do. And then Mike say, shh, I'm comfortable.
Right, right. Those
See what I'm saying?
Oh, Sweet, okay, Sweet Farm says Bayou is live right now.
okay.
All right, all right. I'm gonna go raid her. I
Yeah, go
appreciate
ahead.
y'all.
Thank you so much. And what you gonna say, Felicia?
Before we go, Mike, can you drop the link for Bayou
Yeah, drop the link for Bayou.
and y'all can go?
Someone go live so we can all hang out somewhere else. That's what Jessica said. It's still early. And Kenny Mill say Duval City Girl is only 10 p.m. here on the West Coast.
Right. It's
Big Five
yeah.
said been
It's
missing for y'all.
9:09 here.
Y'all been singing up a storm.
Yep.
So he
Oh,
is headed over to Bayou. Drop her link so we can all go there. Y'all can go there. I'm gonna go
I'm
ahead
see if
and
Mike can do it.
where Mike
Um,
Trust the
at?
okay.
process, y'all.
We'll see you over on the other side.
Keep growing.
Trust the
I'll see you
process.
guys in the garden.
You can
Did
push
he
the
drop
button.
the Did he drop the link?
I don't
The
know if he
button?
can or not,
Oh, he may not be able
but
to
you
do
can. Yeah, you might be. You might be able to. You can just go ahead.
it. Okay. Bye, y'all. Oh,
Bye.
I forgot I can't use my finger. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use your mouth thing.